Sorry about that, guys. Maybe our stream will be a little bit smoother. Our bitrate was going a little wonky.
We turned Golden Girls off.
Yeah, those Golden Girls going on in the background. So, anyway, we were talking about Hearthstone.
Yeah.
Justin, would you like to talk about some more Hearthstone, please?
I forgot where I was at. So, anyway, yeah, there's a lot of cards going to be in each expansion, and there's going to be 3 of them this year, which that's going to turn Wild into holy crap.
But is Wild the competitive format?
Wild, well, it really depends on where you're at. If it's really your play style.
God, our frames, man, it's dropping like crazy. I think it's that.
Try to turn it off.
Yeah, turn that off completely. Drop. Yeah, they're going down now. We're good. Yeah, I was taking all the fucking bandwidth, dude.
Streaming Twitch on our
yeah,
videos.
dude, look, it was taking all the bandwidth.
It's never been an issue before. I've been doing it every
I don't know.
It's weird.
Streaming Twitch on my phone ate like so much data. Like
Yeah.
I was out of data in like before a video was over. Like within an hour of it. It's like God.
Well, yeah, like I've noticed if I try to watch one of our streams on my phone, I don't know if it's the phone or just the recording, but it's kind of choppy. Turn on the Xbox or what?
Yeah, the Xbox is fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
All right, so should we pass on this Hearthstone thing? But oh yeah, no, what I was talking about. I was talking about is that the viable?
You can raise your rank either with Wild or Standard. So if you're one of those people who want to play your classic decks, you can still climb the ladder.
Okay.
I think tournaments use Standard though. If I'm mistaken.
Standards do use, or tournaments do use Standard.
I'm sure there are tournaments with Wild, but I think the main thing
just not.
probably not like World tournaments or nothing.
Probably, I don't know, because the only tournaments I've seen are the Blizzard run ones
Right.
that are just Standard. So
Probably
What if
it's probably in the
somebody
vein of
else-
Magic, where like you really don't get a lot of Type 1 or whatever tournaments as much as you do Type 2.
yeah, which that's.
But yeah, within the game you can climb the ladder either way. So
Yeah, I
you're
like Standard. I prefer Standard. Actually,
too.
I would prefer just play Arena. Love Arena.
What?
What's
Because I really love
That's
draft.
the build. That's your draft, right?
Yeah, I love the draft. I love draft. I'm not great at it, but I love it.
So if you was to play Gwent or something like that, a draft would be like you'll have cards shown to you, and then you pick which one you want to take, and you build a deck on the fly.
Oh, okay. Cool.
It's it makes you really makes you think about it. There's a program called Hearth Arena, and if you're not really good at drafting or anything, you can use this one to kind of help you see the value of cards and stuff like that. It'll tell you like where their tier list is. It'll show you the past cards that you've gotten, and they'll tell you what synergizes with what. They'll tell you which one's best for you. And that's if I use that program for a long time because I'm just really not good.
See, that's something I'm liking about Gwent right now. Is you can have the, I guess the meta decks. Like, is that the right word? Like the
meta game.
Meta game. Yeah. Like this is the perfect list for this, and this.
Your
and this
net
faction.
deck.
Yeah, there you go. But you can just pull wins out of your ass. Just even against like the best decks. Like you can just have a piecemeal deck and still kind of.
That's how I've always played Magic. I always kind of went in it a bit rogue, and usually if you go a little rogue, people are like, I don't know how to deal with this.
I never did a meta deck in Magic just because I didn't like the idea of it. But I also didn't make good decks, so maybe I should have.
I always build against the meta.
Yeah,
I miss my mermaid deck.
Because there for a while at our shop,
were fun.
Yeah,
we had burn decks as far as the eye could see.
I remember that.
Fucking
And
or
I
Goblin
went down
decks,
there.
Goblin burn decks.
And we had channel booms just going everywhere. And I built against all these burn decks with just a white blue deck. And we went to a tournament and this is a normal tournament. And I came here just packing for red. Didn't plan for another type because we stopped switching decks at this point. And I actually did pretty well because a lot of people were playing burn decks. And Goob's little channel burn deck, I left one blue mana open.
Goob doesn't want to be called Goob, man.
I don't care what he wants to be called. Don't really care.
He taught me how to play Magic wrong, so he's a goob.
Yeah.
What a Goob.
So he didn't know what Blue Elemental Blast was. He just knew what Counterspell was. He didn't see a one mana spell counter target red spell, and he channel boomed me, and I was like, whoop. He got so mad. He was so mad, Matt. He'd spent all of his life trying to channel boom me, and it didn't go anywhere. And fuck him.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna go back.
Good tangent.
Go back about burn decks. What are all the different types?
Okay,
of
so
decks you get
a
there?
burn deck would be a deck that you stack with very little mana producing, so very little resource gathering, and all direct damage spells. It's made to take your opponent's life total from 20 to 0 as quickly as possible.
Okay.
But like you're on a time limit.
If they start getting creatures out, you don't have a defense against it, really.
Yeah,
Because you're not supposed to be using your spells to attack their creatures. You need to target them.
You're supposed to be managing your resources enough to where you're supposed to be able to take them down before you reach 0, but that's not always the case because in most burn decks you don't have any kind of draw system. You don't have any kind of...
Usually in the first, 6 draws, you're either dead or your opponent's dead.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's how that deck works.
Yeah, and that's how a lot of the decks in Hearthstone work that way. Well, they don't. They're slowing the game down now, but like the last huge meta was nothing but like a lot of face.
I mean, my Zoo deck's still doing all right. I haven't
Zoo,
even updated
Zoo
it. I don't know if it's been fixed
well,
yet. I'm in the lower
Zoo is
ranks,
less
but
face because the character is not doing a lot of the work. The warlock, your player is not attacking. For face, I think it has to. At that point, it's just called
aggro.
You could be right. Aggro.
I would call that
aggro.
I would call it phase 2, but yeah.
I mean,
aggro.
either way. I could be wrong.
So Hearthstone looks to be changing up.
Should be
I
a good
am
year.
really excited about it.
Should
They
be
are
a good
making
year.
a lot of changes. They just came out with they came out with a couple of nerfs.
I'm surprised they haven't made their move to consoles since.
Yeah,
that's just
especially with the
another
Switch
player
coming
base,
out.
Yeah, well, that would be perfect for the Switch.
Yeah.
If Blizzard looks at the Switch and goes, "This is where Hearthstone needs to be,"
Yeah.
then
Especially because they've also obviously they're warming up to consoles more so than they have. I mean, with Overwatch and Diablo 3.
yeah.
It wouldn't be hard to make a port.
Oh, but
No, it'd be
Valve,
so easy.
Valve talked last week about how they'll never make a console game. They're
Yeah,
like,
they were
I
like,
just
it's-
hate consoles. It's
yeah.
stupid.
Like, why would we?
Yeah,
All right.
PC Master Race.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Gabe Newell.
And they're working on. I think we talked about this last week, but they announced they're working on 3 VR games, right?
What?
No.
Yeah, VR games. Yeah.
VR games.
Which is cool. I think VR needs some big hitters.
Yeah,
to
VR could
catch
be
on.
VR is such a cool thing.
I think Resident Evil
love it.
7's. It makes me want to VR real fucking bad.
Yeah.
Say it for like.
All right. What do we have else? What else we got there?
While we're on a card game,
Okay.
I was going to talk a little bit about Gwent because they just had a big, not really a big update. Their biggest update was a couple weeks ago. They added the Nilfgaard deck.
Yeah, Nilfgaard.
What is Gwent? I don't know it.
It's Gwent was in The Witcher. It was in Witcher 3. It was the little mini game you could play inside the game. And
Oh, okay.
It's a little card game.
Didn't know it.
But
I'll let you borrow it if you get a Xbox One.
Probably get on Humble Bundle for like $2.
Oh.
I don't think so. I don't know.
Probably not that low.
I'll
Of course,
find
I
out how
was
much it
kidding,
is on
but
Steam.
I know
they do get some good sales.
I'll just borrow one of your Xbox.
what's
I'll
CD
just borrow one of your
Project
Xbox.
Red
No.
or CD
We'll talk
Project's
We'll talk after this.
Put a dick in
COG?
your butt.
What's that? They had a sale.
Somebody's.
Something.
What?
Anyway, there was a sale that you could buy like all the Witcher games for like $15. a
That
couple
first
weeks
one.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
There's no keyboard. Or there's no controller support on that, is there?
No,
That's what I'd read.
not the first one. Because you attack like this, keep your sword above you, and you swing it like this, and you use your mouse to swing down.
It's cool, but
it's dumb.
Is it sucky?
It sucks.
It sounds like a good idea, but
Yeah.
So just skip to 2. I know 3's
Honestly,
the game, but
just go to 3.
really?
Just go to 3.
Yeah. All right.
2's dated as fuck.
I need to. It's high on my list of games to play because I just hear. I mean, it's a masterpiece.
You can get it for $9.99.
Witcher 3.
The first Witcher enhanced director's cut. for
Nah,
$9.99.
just go to 3. Just get Witcher
Or
3.
you can get number 3.
Yeah, that's the way to go.
$49. But
So
don't
that's
you have to
almost
play the
full
other two
price.
to get the story?
No,
really.
Really?
Like,
all of the backstory in that game comes from the books.
yeah,
It was a book series first.
I did not know that either.
Yeah, I would just go to 3,
yeah.
Okay.
and then you can play a modern game in a good setting, and It feels modern, except for that shit inventory system.
And they improved it a little bit.
And
it's still not great.
And like the loot system is all stick and no carrot. Like you gotta go do it because there is like money. You gotta get some money and stuff like that because you are broke as fuck.
You're talking about 3?
Still? 3.
Okay.
But
I have a guy at work that talks about it a lot, and he was like, every side quest is good. Every side quest has a story. It's all great, and then it's like one of the only games that he's played that has really good side quests. Because I mean, those are rare. You know, sometimes it's just fetch quests, and apparently this one packages it up nice, from what I've read or heard.
Kind of in a way. A bunch of nerd shit with the bag.
I was done. Is there still a cat in this bag? There is.
Everybody, I wish you could all see the cutest little cat in the world inside Matt's bag, but
I like that when you lifted it up, he was just like,
"Come on, bro, I'm trying to sleep." Yeah. All right, so Gwent had an update, right?
Yeah. But yeah, Gwent was the game inside the game, and then it had an update a couple weeks ago. Added a whole lot. We
could do like the dishes cleaning thing.
And I did the. I looked at all the card count in it. There's like 300 and some odd cards in it right now, and it's still in beta. Like it's the closed beta now. Open beta starting soon.
Well, that game's almost done. From what I see, from what I watch your stream on, that game's almost done. Yeah. It really is.
But I went back and was looking
maybe some balancing issues.
Yeah, that's what they're still working on because there's like. You have your weather cards, the whole game's about trying to have more points than your opponent. There's it's 3 rounds most of the time. You're supposed to win. Whoever gets to 2 first wins.
Okay.
And the game's about putting just as many points as you can on the board kind of thing.
So there's 3 levels. There's a front line, a mid line, and a artillery. And you put down cards to buff up those levels, and then you have a total points. It's like how powerful your army is. And then, like, there's different effects you can put on those fields. And then, like, you can also buff certain units with other units.
Yeah.
And then, like, there's units that they're weak, but when they hit, they make copies of themselves.
Okay.
Yeah. Stuff like that. And basically, it's best of 3, and each round's decided on whoever has the most powerful army.
How long would a whole match last?
10 minutes.
Yeah, so it's real quick. Kind of like a Hearthstone game. Okay.
Yeah,
it's just quick back and forth. Like in the
you play 1 card a turn.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Dragon Priest versus Dragon Priest.
But like,
I'm waiting for them to put round limits on Hearthstone. Like,
so is there not one?
I hope they don't.
There's not one.
What do you mean?
No limit on. You'll die. You'll die eventually, no matter what. But.
Yeah, eventually you run out of cards, and you get damage every time you try to draw a card, and it does each turn it gets more damage that you try. It's like 1, 2, 3. You'll die. Like so, even if you go that long, you're not playing more than 30 minutes.
That's how a lot of rogues go.
Yeah,
no rogues will do that. You'll get like 24 damage,
and you only have so long to do your turn. So
yeah, you do only have a minute 30.
So is it better to have a larger deck in Hearthstone, or is it better to have
30 cards?
You can only have 30 cards.
30
There's
cards?
no options other than 30 cards. Yep.
Yeah. Which, you know what, with no mana, that's actually perfect.
Yeah.
Because in Gwent, like you have a minimum of 25, like that, and that's where you want to be. It's just burn through your deck.
Just like in Magic, it's like minimum of 60.
Unless you're playing Battle Wits, and then you're crazy.
Yep.
Was the minimum 60 or 40?
60. 40 at the beginning.
Yeah, it's 40 at the beginning. Then we went to 60 when we got DCI sanctioned.
Okay.
And that's also when we stopped deck switching tournaments.
Yep. Remember that.
And then nobody played Battle Wits.
I played Coalition Victory for quite a while.
We talked about
it. Good damn deck.
That was very good.
I sit around on my side of the field until I win.
And that's actually
they just can't do anything.
So you just turtle up
until I win.
Yeah, he turtles the game until he gets a creature of 5 colors, which would be a chromat or whatever else has come out.
It's a chromat. That's always chromat's just so useful.
And then at the next turn, or if you got enough mana the same turn, you Coalition Victory, which says if you got 1 land of each color and a creature of every color, you win the game.
Yeah.
And there you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
that's a weird.
Essentially, what I do is I just put down a bunch of enchantments that make my opponent have to spend multiple mana to even attack me with one creature.
Okay.
So that they'll have to pay like 8 mana to attack me with one thing. And then when they do, I'll either bounce it back to their hand when they attack me with it.
Yeah.
Which, that fucks them.
Yeah.
Or if they try to burn me, I'll just counter it with some counter spells.
Okay.
Yeah, and then he just got...
And then I'll sit there.
But Magic got really got into the whole insta win thing for a while. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if they're still into that, but like they had each color had one of their own win the games, and then they made FaZe Untouchable and said, there you go.
Yeah, FaZe Untouchable is like if she touches you, you lose. Your opponent loses the game. But if you play her from anywhere, if she hits the field from anywhere besides your hand, you lose the game.
Yep, you gotta pay for this, bitch. You are not gonna recur this. Which Black was just like, oh, we can't recur her. That sucks. I love Black recur.
Fucking
nerd. I'm gonna go ahead and move on because we turned into a Magic caster for a while.
Yeah.
Let's see.
That's all the gaming stuff.
Yeah, that's really all the gaming
Unless
stuff.
you count Monopoly.
Oh, I've got one more. I've got one more piece of game. They are. There's a thing called Mar Oblivion, I believe. But they took Morrowind and placed it in like the Oblivion world with the skin and everything to update the graphics.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But that was a really big thing. It was a player-made thing. Mm-hmm. Well, now they're making a Sky Oblivion, which they just took Oblivion and put it over Skyrim.
Okay.
And it's nowhere near done, and it's a huge undertaking they're doing. But it's basically, they're just trying to update the graphics of one through the other.
Yeah.
And I hear a lot of praise blowing up this thing's ass.
Elder Scrolls Online, their next expansion is Morrowind.
Yeah. If I only gave a fuck about that game.
I just wish they'd go back to making single player shit. I don't want to play with other people.
It's not even them.
I never knew about the.
It's a different company.
But I've heard about Skywind.
They're working on
Skywind.
If it makes you feel better. It'll just be many years before we get it.
I mean, the modding community, thanks for all you do, but
yeah.
I mean, I'm just kind of tired of playing Skyrim.
I am too. I'm tired of Skyrim.
So you're not gonna buy it on the Switch?
No.
Totally not.
You want to make a fucking bet?
I didn't even want to download the free enhanced textures and start a new game. I didn't even want to do that.
Yeah.
Didn't care enough.
So you want to talk about that thimble? Since I guess it's gaming.
Yeah, that's close. I mean, we were talking about Magic for a little bit, so
yeah. So the thimble's out of the Monopoly board, huh?
What was their reasoning?
It's the most. It's unpopular, and they were. They're kind of just.
There's a kitty cat in it. Now there's a kitty cat piece on the board.
I would be the kitty cat. I like kitty cats.
Freeze up the dog though.
Oh, the dog. Oh no, it's I don't like that dog.
It's a ankle biter.
Yeah,
it's a Yorkie, right?
But they took. I guess they asked their fans, what they could do to update the game, and people were just like, "We don't like this fucking thimble." And we never have. Nobody ever argues.
So we'll keep the wheelbarrow.
We'll keep the wheelbarrow.
Yeah, but wasn't each of the pieces symbolizing something from the 30s?
Don't know.
I think each piece had like symbolization.
Right.
But now it's lost, I guess, because I don't know any of
it. You use debit cards in the game now.
Yeah, you can.
Which is actually fucking... No, it's better than having money. I don't know.
No, it's not. You have to,
we keep jerking off.
every little transaction you do, it becomes a 5-minute... it didn't work. You got to reslot it. Oh, no. Boop.
I don't think I ever had that much trouble with it.
Oh,
I don't like Monopoly anyway, so,
Monopoly is a loser's game.
No, it's not. You have like 17 versions of Monopoly.
No, you play by the fucking rules in the thing. That's how you play it now.
Well, yeah, but you had like a bunch of different. You had the Simpsons version. You had a Star Wars.
I had a lot of versions, and now I'm done with them. Like I can't.
I don't know.
I love playing fucking Star Wars.
They came out with
so
around Force Awakens was completely different.
Different
board. It was weird.
Huh. Justin, I don't own a PS1 to play Twisted Metal 2 with.
Emulator. We can keep it for 24 hours at it being illegal.
No.
Where did that... What?
I don't know.
Justin's rehashing our childhood.
Oh, okay.
I was like, Monopoly.
Twisted Metal. What?
I'm sorry I get off on tangents.
Justin really wants it to be 1996 again.
I really do, because that was... Matt had all
for
sorts of cool stuff, and he let me come over and
96.
play. And
Matt
then,
would be completely happy if it was like 90.
What?
That'd be okay.
Actually, I'd be pretty sweet. Pretty dank if it was 1990.
Yeah, just do it again.
Fucking a year away from the Super NES. If I was 30 in 1990, that'd be great. Kurt Cobain isn't dead yet. That'd be sweet.
Robin Williams isn't dead either.
Yeah. Oh, did you hear Robin Williams is dead?
Robin Williams is dead? Shit.
Hey, speaking of our next news piece.
That's a fucking segue. That's professional podcasting.
That was good.
So, which actor was it from Hook that's trying to get this
It's
kickstarted?
the one who played Rufio. I've got his
I don't
name.
think he's ever done
What the
anything
fuck?
else.
Like
No,
Mark
no.
Rufio?
No, you remember well, you never saw the movie, so I guess it really doesn't really matter. What
Yeah, I don't know anything about Hook. I played the SNES game.
There's an SNES game?
Yeah, it's sweet as
Was
fuck.
it good?
Dude.
That's surprising.
It's really good.
But is
It's a
Hook the one
platformer.
where Jimmy Buffett plays a pirate? Like, Jimmy Buffett has a little cameo. In that
Oh,
movie
maybe,
as
I
a
don't know.
pirate.
Maybe.
All I know is Robin Williams is Peter Pan.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, hold on.
That SNES game was dank.
I
It's
should look into
so
that.
good.
I didn't know that existed.
Yeah, it's really good.
It
See what
is
I mean?
Dante Bosco is the guy who played.
Dante Bosco!
Yeah,
What?
Well, that's his name. I don't know. I didn't name him. I didn't sport him out of my vagina and name him that. But anyway, somebody did. All right. Well, anyway, we'll move on. Anyway, the guy. It's a prequel to Hook, and it follows the story of Rufio.
Wasn't Hook a prequel?
No, Hook was
I think it's just Peter Pan.
sequel,
Was it?
kind of, because it's old Peter Pan.
Yeah, it's like he's an old Peter Pan coming back.
Oh,
So
okay.
Yeah.
this
But he
is kind of
forgot
like
that he was Peter Pan?
Yes.
Yeah, he forgot that he was.
I don't know anything
Wendy's
about
an
this.
old lady. Like,
yeah, Wendy's an old bitch.
it's a really good movie.
Like you know that Harry Potter old bitch that looks like the murder she wrote woman. That's her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's Wendy. Getting nailed. Anyway,
Like if
so-
she was old as the lady who was on Titanic and being like, oh, you need to go down there and find this sweet brooch that I had. Kid bro,
Like-
throw it in the river. Throw it in the ocean. Now I'm dead. I'm
The
not going to tell
river?
fucking
That's a
anybody.
big-ass
It's a big ass
river.
river, man. It's the saltiest river.
It's the river of the world.
It's the world river.
Anyway,
Anything's a river if you try hard enough.
he's trying to. He's going to be the executive
This
producer
table.
of this.
Go for a
whole-
swim.
I'll swim on this table. Oh, I shouldn't hold it.
I mean, you can. You can come up. He's executive producer of this. It's being.
Find it on Kickstarter.
Yeah, it's someone. He's trying to get everybody else to pay for it, so you don't have to.
I mean,
Super Troopers 2 stopped.
It's
filming.
a
They
short
finished.
film, by the way.
It is a short film, and I probably won't watch it.
If it comes out, I might.
I
Because
don't know.
it's a short film. It won't
Yeah,
take
you
long.
had Super Troopers, Veronica Mars, and what was the Rooster Teeth had their big
Yeah.
had their movie.
Also,
Funded off
Robert
that.
Williams will be in it. He has just signed that he will be in it, and he is going to be starring in it.
Is this the bit?
This is the
bit?
whole thing. This was what it was leading up to.
This, you see, we were going to cut this whole part.
I
out.
tried to tell you.
This is the bit. Are you fucking done? Are you done with your bit? You want to complete?
Have
your
you
bit?
ruined enough childhoods?
Robert Williams is dead, people. He ain't coming back. Go ahead.
That was the bit.
Oh.
I was gonna headbutt you.
Kill you. Make fun of my country bumpkin laugh.
Damn.
I love you, Justin.
This is what I get for one Robert Williams film. It's not fair.
It's okay. Your captain has short legs.
Just a real long coat.
All right. What else do we got?
The other bit of movie news, unless I'm missing something, was the or was this a show? The live action Full Metal Alchemist that was coming out.
Yes, it's. I don't really know where it is in production. I saw a couple of.
Is it a show or a movie? Yes.
It is a movie.
Both.
I mean, it's both, yeah. But I thought we were talking about the movie. What the fuck are you talking about?
He asked. Never mind. It's a movie. It's a live action movie, I think.
Yeah, it's a live action movie.
Okay.
Oh, but apparently they're doing a. I just saw this doing a Lion King remake. Donald Glover is going to be sent.
Yeah.
And James Earl Jones is Mufasa.
Oh,
yeah,
hell yeah!
So he's coming back.
He's Darth Vader.
What do you mean?
Well,
Never
mind.
I don't think he's dead in this one yet. It's not a sequel.
I'm just saying, so he's reprised.
Oh yeah, I guess so. Sorry, yeah, I forgot he did the original voice.
Yeah, he did.
But anyway, back.
Ron Williams is going to be the genie.
Can't let the genie go out like that.
Yeah, let the genie go out.
They're actually doing a live action Aladdin too.
Yeah.
Ron Williams will not be the genie.
He's already signed on for it.
Well, he actually apparently a few years before he died, he actually can't remember.
He done a thing where no one can copy his version, which is just Robin Williams. He just played himself, really.
I don't know if it was just a genie or anything. Like they can't use his image for.
Yeah, because of marketing purposes and stuff like that, which is fine. I'd like to see a new take on the genie.
Yeah,
but yeah, I honestly think if they're going to do another genie, Patton Oswalt. I think it'd be interesting.
Does he sing?
Huh?
Does he sing?
I don't know. Maybe
Seth MacFarlane should be the genie.
I've had enough of
That'll be okay. I'm actually okay with that.
That'd be good. I'd like that.
You like that?
Yeah, because I mean, he could just.
Seth MacFarlane's a talent when he wants to be.
Yeah.
That'd be an art genie.
What I want him to do.
Is it American Dad still going strong?
It's on TBS, yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. That's my favorite one of his.
I know that. Like,
would he use his genie powers to do cutaway gags?
Maybe, but that'd be he would do cutaway gags he would just make more genies to do cutaway gags.
I think it would be funny if he tried to do it just because it was Seth MacFarlane, and everybody just looks at him like,
yeah,
what are you talking about?
That'd be good. Seth MacFarlane is the new Ron Williams.
So, anything else we got on the news?
No, do we want to take a break before the reviews?
We can take a fiver. Take a fiver. Something small. Because we're already a little behind schedule.
Yeah, I gotta pee.
Yeah, let's take a quick break. We'll be right back, guys. Alright, guys, and we're back.
Fuck up. Sorry.
Okay.
Welcome back to the show. I'm not very welcome, but you know, some people are.
You're very welcome, Justin.
Did you hear what he said to me?
It's okay. Just don't.
And then the way you talk about my burger eating.
that is
you want to bring that up?
It's not like I just.
So walk us through how he eats a burger.
So you know when you go to a fancy restaurant, and sometimes they'll serve you a deconstructed, like peanut butter and jelly sandwich for dessert. Because I've had one of these at a fancy restaurant before, and you'll have like two slices of like sweet bread,
Okay.
and then you'll have like a dollop of like handmade peanut butter. And like a dollop of like handmade really good jelly, and you eat it all in pieces because it's a deconstructed sandwich. Yeah. Justin deconstructs every fucking thing he eats, but not in a fancy way. He's like, McChicken? Fuck it. Bread, lettuce and condiments, chicken.
Gordita Crunch?
Gordita Crunch is the best one to do because that
what the fuck? That's a goddamn taco, motherfucker!
The flatbread is so good with just the cheese. So you take the taco out of the cheese bread.
Get the fuck out of here!
And then you roll up the cheese bread. You eat that, right?
Oh my god!
Look up the cat. Oh no! Wait, is he coming out?
No,
No,
he's done.
No, he saw a shadow. He's not good.
He's essentially a groundhog.
So then you take your taco and then like you shake some of it out because you don't want all of it.
Oh my fuck!
No, I do. When I ordered the fucking taco, I wanted a fucking taco.
Or you can crunch it up and make a taco salad in an impromptu one. But then you're mixing everything together, and that's kind of shitty.
You know what else makes? Hey, you know what? You know what else also mixes everything together? A Lego set, like a certain movie.
Yeah, like Legos have all kinds of stuff.
I didn't pick up on that. I was like, what?
It's pretty shitty. I hate you, Justin.
I tried.
So, Lego movie, yeah.
When you eat a fucking cake, when you have a fucking piece of cake, do you eat all the icing off the cake and then you eat the fucking slice of cake?
Cupcakes, yes. I will. I lick the icing off the cupcake.
Okay, that's kind of normal.
And then I take the wrapper off and I shove the entire cupcake in my mouth.
How the fuck do you eat pizza, man?
You
rip all the toppings off?
I actually do. Whenever I make those
oh my god, I hate you.
Those little Totino's pizzas, I take and I scrape all the cheese and everything off of those. And then I will sit there and I will tear off like...
See, I don't do that with the big round pizzas, but like the little French bread pizzas that are like that big.
Yeah.
I can scrape it off and
eat
it.
It's perfectly normal.
No, it's not.
It is.
It's not normal.
And if I have peas, I have to have mashed potatoes or else I don't want them.
So you add the fucking peas to the potatoes. You add something that shouldn't be in the goddamn potatoes to the potatoes?
Yeah. If I can't have them together beforehand, like if my mom's cooking them and she won't put them together because she refuses to indulge my psychoticness. And so anyway, I will sit there and I'll pick up a scoop of mashed potato and I will just slop it over the peas and catch a bunch of them and then I'll eat it.
How do you eat pizza rolls?
Scrape it off.
No, the fucking pizza's inside.
Oh, the pizza. Oh, I thought you were bagel box. No, I chew a little piece out of them, and then I squeeze the insides into my mouth.
Oh, that's fucking gross.
And then
let's get the fuck shut the fuck up. We're gonna talk about the goddamn Lego movie.
You walked us down this path.
I fucking hate you.
You brought us here.
You're going on that fucking side again. I'm done with
I was going to bring up a smoking side anyway. There's a smoking section to this table.
All right, Lego movie.
Yeah, so
it's Lego Batman. Lego movie came out a couple years ago.
Yep, and he had Batman in it, right?
Yeah. I actually watched that last night for the first time. By the way, Lego movie. Never seen it before.
I've never seen it.
Really freaking good.
Was Ben Affleck in it?
No, maybe.
I don't think so.
But I don't think so.
I don't know who's in that movie.
I mean, if you put him as a Lego form, I'm sure he just looked like a regular Lego dude.
Big cheek. You can tell it's him underneath that mask.
Lego Batman is the best Batman movie that's ever existed. All right, that might be a little high praise, but it's the voice acting is really good. Michael Cera's Robin, like the hyperactive Robin,
which is a weird role for him because he's not like the hyperactive guy usually.
No, and I want to see him do it more often because his Robin was just great. Big eyes, wide eyes, like.
What was that movie that he was in? A long time. I guess it's been a couple of years. It was him, Seth Rogen. It's the one where like I'll come on you or we're jerking off like Pilgrim.
Yeah,
this is the end.
Yeah, I thought he did. He had a really quirky role in
that too.
That
was
well, they played themselves,
right?
Well, he played like a.
He played himself if he was a coke addict.
Yeah. He played a hyperactive.
He had a very quirky role in it too.
Yeah, which was cool. I think he can shine in that because we've watched Michael Cera be Michael Cera for every movie
since Arrested Development.
Yeah, which is great. I mean, it's always appropriate for the role, but it's cool when he branches out from there.
So, what do you like about the movie? Like, was it like did it have good pacing and?
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't a moment in that movie where I was bored. Every joke. Well, I'm not gonna say every joke hit, but I laughed a lot. I don't remember hearing a joke and thinking that's fucking dumb. Like, if I said it was dumb, it would be like, that's dumb, but that's funny, kind of thing, you know? The voice acting, I mean, they have so many big names in that movie. Like, I think Zach Galifianakis' Joker was serviceable. It wasn't anything special. But the Joker and Batman in this movie, the Joker's like a lover kind of thing, like wants to be a serious relationship with Batman kind of thing. They play off that, relationship Joker and Batman always had.
He's like, I'm the meanest villain around, right? And
yeah, he's like, I'm
what?
He's like, I'm your arch enemy.
Cat's out of the bag.
Cat's out of the bag, Matt. Out of your bag.
Sorry.
It's funny.
I hope a shark eats you.
Which one?
Any
shark.
Any shark eats both of them in one fucking.
I bet that'd be kind of hot.
I hope you're eaten by a shark, but he's stabbed with a rhinoceros.
Just so intimate.
Jesus.
Just like you and the shark.
You want to fuck a shark?
No, I don't want to fuck a shark. That's gross. That's bestiality. It's not natural.
Also,
no, I'm just saying it's a very intimate thing between you and the shark to be eaten. Take on Gotham.
Oh, what's your take on Gotham? We got a Gotham question here.
The TV show?
Yeah, the TV show apparently.
I only watched like half of the first season, and
from Mr. Trent A101.
Okay. Trent. There's the wrestler. I liked what I saw of the first season, and I keep reading about the current stuff, and it makes me want to watch it. There's so many fucking superhero TV shows, and it doesn't stand out in a way that it makes me want to watch it over the
That's
other
a prequel, right?
It is.
Yeah. Yes.
Batman is just
a little baby boy.
He's like a teenager, but
I don't care.
11, 12,
yeah, he's
13,
a little kid.
somewhere in there. And Commissioner Gordon's pretty much running the show. He's trying to, clean up all the corrupt cops out of the Gotham PD.
While also getting all the girls in the OC. It's the guy from the OC.
Oh, I didn't know. Thank you. And the Penguin. Penguin is the best one on there. I really like who they got to play the Penguin. And I think it's
I keep wanting to call him Chester Cobblepot, but that's off the Goonies.
Yeah, I think you're close.
It is Cobblepot.
It is Cobblepot.
I forget his first name, though. Who cares? He's the Penguin. Danny DeVito.
That's the best Penguin.
That's the best Penguin. He's gross looking.
Yeah, he was, man.
So,
I'm going to go ahead and say that I haven't given the show a shot. To me, it's like they took the best thing about Gotham, Batman, and then just took him out. And you're left with...
Well, Batman has the best rogues gallery of almost any superhero, I think.
When you're talking like street level characters, like villains...
Yeah,
it's really good.
He has the best villains out of most superheroes. I mean, I would say Spider-Man would probably give him a run for money, but I mean, think of a memorable Superman villain other than like
Superman can't fight street level guys.
Well, I know, but he doesn't have memorable villains.
Yeah,
what I'm saying. Like Batman, you got so many memorable villains. Then you got a lot of fucking dumb ones, like Calendar Man.
Well,
but
didn't he try fighting street level villains like the Joker, and that's how he got to the whole injustice cycle because he just killed the Joker?
Well, yeah, kind of. Yeah, the Joker killed Lois, made him kill Lois.
Yeah, because he made Scarecrow give him that stuff. And,
there's a whole thing, but yeah,
that's a really good comic. I love that one. That was really good.
So back to the Lego movie. Here we go. We got a nice post here. The new movies for DC would be great with Affleck if they went more into the life of Bruce, like they did in the New 52, from what I read. Also, it's more like a Punisher take on Batman than the movies. I can see that. Yeah, Batman is more like the fucking
which was
Punisher.
off-putting for me because that's not who Batman's supposed to be. But if you kind of think about the fact that Robin's been killed at this point, he's an old man. I guess he's kind of lost it. He's lost his mind almost.
And I agree with this guy because Ben Affleck makes a really good, really great Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
But that Batman, man,
he's a fine Batman. He's just got these. You don't like his jowls.
Well, you can just tell it's him. Like
Admiral Akbar should be Batman.
Ben Affleck's not a guy in the movie, so nobody's going to like, oh, it's Ben Affleck. You know.
You don't know that. You don't.
Let me tell you a little thing called Ocean's 12.
Yeah, let me tell you about Julia Roberts playing Julia
Roberts.
All right, sorry.
But back to the Lego Batman, like we were saying. So you like the pacing of the movie? It's really fun throughout the whole thing.
It's a blast to watch the whole movie.
Villains have a lot of good personality.
No.
The villains have no personality?
They're mostly non-existent. The Joker is great. You get.
I've heard there's like a Suicide Squad jab.
They do make some references to Suicide Squad. They make. You get a lot of cameos from other. You get Gremlins. You get.
This is Will Arnett, right?
Yes, and he's great. He's fucking. He's a great Batman.
I've said for years. I think everything. It feels like everything Will Arnett's like. I'm going to go do that, and he touches it, then it just dies. It seems.
But he's so good while he does.
Like he's really good. People just don't like him, and I'm wondering if that's going to happen with Batman, or has it been?
I think that's
really good.
Yeah, it got
that might be a reflection of the roles that he's really good at playing. Like he's really good at playing abrasive assholes.
He really is.
And I think people are just...
Go ahead. I got this, Justin.
I just like to read.
It's more likely they just want money and wondered how the Lego movie was. The lag on Twitch chat sucks. LOL. It does. It does suck.
You figured out that was my fault.
Well, we're working a little bit on lag issues with the chat too. But yeah, it's like a minute and a half lag usually sometimes.
Really?
Yeah, it's really poopy.
That's real bad.
Yeah.
Speaking of Suicide Squad's top director that they've got in their crosshairs now, it's not officially going to be him. But it is. It's not Robin Williams. Robin Williams is fucking dead. He ain't doing it. Goddamn. But it's Mel Gibson is in the lead for directing Suicide Squad 2.
Yeah, that was talking all kinds of smack about superhero movies.
Yeah,
he doesn't like superhero movies.
Well,
or Jews.
Maybe. No, shut up. No. Oh my.
Disney's gonna drop us.
I know.
Oh, we
forgot about that. Yeah,
PewDiePie's next.
But I do think that might be a good take for them is to get someone who doesn't like superhero movies to come in and be like this
instead of fucking babying all these superhero movies.
Yeah,
I think I don't think it's not so much that as Warner Bros. Need to let go and let these people do what they want to do for the most part, because I think Marvel has a lot of control from what I understand, but they work with their directors. It seems like DC said, David Ayer, you're gonna this is what you need to do. We're gonna cut this shit, and then you get the crap that is Suicide Squad. You know,
and Matt Reeves already dropped out of negotiations for Batman.
I'm starting to think that script is garbage.
Yeah,
you've lost Ben Affleck, who is the star of it, and then you've lost Matt Reeves, who's a good director too.
So Trent thinks that Suicide Squad was better in the journey, but as a whole, what?
Yeah, from beginning to end, it was a really good journey, but as a whole,
it's kind of poopy.
Yeah, and I can agree with that.
And I think that that's
I think there's a lot of good. There was a few good individual scenes in that I enjoyed watching, but if you look at the movie as a whole, you're just like, what happened?
Yeah.
So what negatives would you give to the Lego Batman movie?
If you can think of it.
Like, from the trailers, because I've been watching a lot of movies lately, too, I feel like that's a dark movie for a Batman, for a Lego movie.
It does deal with a lot of... It deals with Batman being...
No, not dark, as in, but like visually, like the effects all seem really like more on the... It's kind of... It hurts my eyes to watch that movie, is what I'm trying to say. Like, it...
There's a lot going on at a time, and it's not as... No, I mean, it was fine.
How does it compare to the first one?
To the Lego movie? Yeah. It's more... I thought... Because actually going back and watching the Lego movie, I thought Lego movie looked more like it was made with Legos than Batman, the Lego movie, or what the Lego Batman movie does. It looks more like it was CG and like...
Okay.
It holds up a little better, I think, as a movie than the Lego movie's movements did. You know, and I mean, they're different types of movies, of course, but yeah, it's more of a Batman movie than it is a Lego movie. A lot of I can't really think of a lot. I mean, there's so many. The only thing is that Batman as a character, if you love him, he's a real fucking asshole in this movie, worse than he was in Lego movie even.
Okay,
but he goes. But the cool thing is he goes through character growth. Like he goes through the whole journey and learns to not be as much of an asshole at the end. I'll tell you though, the best thing about the movie is he's got a Batman metal song at the beginning, which is amazing, and he also raps. So
is the plot intricate, or is it mostly like campy kind of stuff? Like, does it feel like this is a good plot for both kids and adults?
Yeah, I mean, I took an 8-year-old and a 4-year-old with me, or a 5-year-old almost, and they both enjoyed the movie. They understood what was going on. There was never a moment of they were bored, really. But for someone of my age who can catch all the references, I mean, because kids don't know who Mr. Smith is, Agent Smith is. They don't know who Sauron is, really.
Right.
Yeah. But, I do. And Gremlins. I mean, Gremlins are freaking in it. We haven't had Gremlins movies since the 80s. And
that's funny.
That was great. It was really cool. And there's a lot of more adult jokes that we would catch.
Goes,
yeah. But it's fun for them, too. So it's great for everybody.
All right.
The action scenes are fun. As much as you would expect a Lego movie to have action scenes, they were great. The jokes were just really good. Is the best part about it.
I just want to say that adult jokes in kid movies and kid shows are always bad ideas. They will get you in trouble. Cool. Remember the Ding-a-ling?
Yep.
What?
I saw Ralph Wiggum sing a
It's not a kid's show, first of all.
Well, come on. I watched it as a kid.
I did too, but
Justin was going around the school singing My Ding-a-ling.
And I thought it was about a bell, and apparently the teachers knew more about what I was singing about than I did.
It's about a bell.
It's about a bell.
It is about a bell.
But apparently about a penis.
You know who else has bells? Schools, and that's where Fist Fight takes place at. So I watched Fist Fight over the weekend. Oh, actually, hold on. What letter grade do you give the Batman? Give us a letter grade.
A.
An A? It's a solid A.
Solid A. I recommend it to anybody who has any interest in
DC
comedy,
or Batman,
superhero movies, Batman,
or a kids movie.
It fits. Everybody, I think, will find something in it that they'll enjoy.
Okay.
Unless you're heartless and soulless and, just don't go to the movies ever.
Yep.
Justin. No, I'm just kidding.
If y'all don't stop being mean to me, I'm going to start talking about Everybody Loves Raymond.
Oh, God, no, I'm sorry. I love you.
That's a bad show. I don't like that show.
No, it's a terrible fucking show.
Roberts.
Shut up. No. Nope. We're going to go to Fist Fight. So we got Charlie Day. We got the Ice Cube.
The Ice Cube.
The Ice Cube.
I pictured just Charlie Day holding an ice cube.
That's what it is. And
with the Ice Cube's face.
So they work in a really bad school. And there's a lot of firings going on, and Ice Cube ends up getting fired under Charlie Day's bullshit.
Okay.
So, and then they're like, well, we're going to have a fight. Because, fuck you, we're going to fight, Yeah.
Ice Cube.
This is a safe-ass movie. So, Trent wants to know, is it up to par with the animated series, though?
Ooh, they're different entities.
Just different kind of things.
You're watching an animated series, seeing
that's more of like kind of serious.
That's a Batman movie. That's what a real Batman show movie should be. This is a parody.
Okay,
it's
parody.
This is if you're gonna compare this to a Batman, it is the 1960s Batman.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
No Mark Hamill.
Nope.
No.
So,
he's done.
But Zach Galifianakis, good job.
Oh, okay.
Impressed. I mean, I don't think you're special, but you did a good job.
So, yeah, this is a safe movie. Fist fight, super safe. Standard kind of comedy. In like the probably 16 to 25 age bracket. There's some good scenes. My favorite scenes were made. I had to look up her name, but Julian Bell had the best scenes in the movie.
She stole the show in a lot of the scenes in
Workaholics.
Yeah, and 22 Jump Street.
Yeah,
22 Jump Street. Yeah,
that was actually on.
You like her?
God, she's so fucking hot. I don't care what anybody says.
Justin's into those ladies.
Yeah. She also had a show on Comedy Central of herself, right? Where she was like a baby.
I think so.
Or no, she was babysat by somebody. I think.
But yeah, she definitely the best scenes. She helps flow the comedy, to like, cause to be honest, Charlie Day, he starts off as like the straight dude, like he's like he's like the face man, kind of like skittish, kind of a nerd.
Yeah.
And then he just devolves into Charlie from Always Sunny throughout this movie. Okay. And Ice Cube, you can tell he's getting up there in the age, like he's having some. I feel like he hobbles around this whole movie.
Now, is that something that you think he has, or is it just a character?
I don't know. I'm really not sure.
Was it a hobble like it looks like his legs hurt, or just it's like a gangsta hobble? Yeah,
a little bit of A, a little bit of B. Okay. Like I feel like he might have had an injury before this movie or something, and then they just increased his gangsta lean. Oh, okay. I don't know. It's kind of weird. He does take he freaks the fuck out several times in the movie. Ice Cube does, and he gets. And there's some funny what if scenarios in the movie too, where they show, because everybody's like talking about the fist fight, like, oh well, I heard he done this, and then you see Ice Cube doing something badass, and then it cuts back. We're like, well, no, man, he went down like this, and then he's and then he's killing Al Qaeda.
Okay,
so. There's that kind of stuff.
I don't think I've seen something.
The actor on Breaking Bad likes the minerals.
Likes the Hank.
Hank's the principal.
Okay.
He's the principal in that.
Is he the DEA agent?
Yeah, the DEA agent.
The bald guy who he was that guy on
Pawn Stars.
Yeah.
Michael Chiklis.
Oh, Michael Chiklis. Yeah.
Is this not loud enough?
No, now you're loud enough.
Good Lord, I gotta have a shrill voice just to be picked up.
But he's the principal, and so it's the last day of school. The whole thing takes place the last day of school. But apparently the last day of school, you're allowed to just do pranks, and everybody's getting pranked. Like, they glue all of his stuff to his desk. And then
is Charlie or Ice Cube?
This is Hank. Hank's character, the principal. Like, the kids glue all of his stuff to his desk, and Charlie, they have a horse running around the campus. They'll just see a horse, and they gave the horse a bunch of meth. And there's paint bombs everywhere. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, basically just Charlie Day's terrible day ends up devolving him into the fist fight that happens at the end, and you think he's going to get his ass kicked the whole time, but it was a good fight.
All right,
it was a good fight. And it ends up being a good completionist kind of story. But nothing crazy, really. Nothing offbeat. Just some crazy tertiary stuff, but as in the storyline, they didn't really pull anything nutty.
Over the top.
Yeah, I feel like the storyline was mediocre at best, but they executed it well. I give it a C. Straight in the middle.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah. I don't know. It's safe. It's not like what American Pie done in the 2000s.
The actors, they all do well in it, though?
Yeah, it seems like...
I've not seen a movie with Charlie that I didn't like yet. I love Charlie Day.
I like him in Horrible Bosses a lot.
Yes, he's the best part of Horrible Bosses. He's the best part of Pacific Rim.
The acting's fine, but they all seem like themselves.
Right.
They don't seem like they're actually acting a part. They all seem like themselves.
I feel like that's comedians.
Ice Cube.
I feel like it's comedians in general at this point, too. Comedy movies, you're playing yourself.
Yeah. I don't know. Everything kind of seems like they're just themselves.
Okay.
I'd like to see something else from more comics. I'd like to see them play a character.
Yeah,
I'd like to see something else.
Yeah, I would like to see. Honestly, I would have probably seen something else. But I say Redbox it.
Okay.
When it comes out in probably 3 months.
Whatever. Yeah, because the turnaround's getting pretty quick.
Especially on movies that don't do great in the box office. The turnaround's like a month, 2 months sometimes.
It's crazy. And it makes me mad that the other ones take so long.
Yeah.
It's like
Doctor Strange is already out on Xbox, which is how I watched it.
But that movie came out in November.
Yeah, but Fantastic Beasts doesn't come out for another month.
Yep.
Or for a little bit, anyway.
That's weird. Because, I mean, it's not like Doctor Strange didn't make a lot of money, though, so...
Yeah.
Do we have any other movies to review, or do we want to just jump right into...
He did.
Okay.
He's got 2.
Oh, yeah. Sweet.
So, last night I watched Doctor Strange and Arrival, which both of those I really wanted to see. I don't really want to talk about Arrival that much.
Because there's some super secret, spoilery kind of stuff?
Yeah, and it's, like, they do it well, but I think I just got overhyped, I think, for it. I think that was my issue.
That's happened with some movies with me.
Yeah.
I stopped watching trailers, and now I'm not as hyped anymore.
Well, I had only seen, like, a clip from Arrival, and I just heard that it was really good. And, like, there's not any real action in it. It never gets to the point where I was just sitting there bored watching it. It's a little bit tense. I would recommend watching it. It's not something that I'm not saying it's bad. It's just
Do you think it was Oscar worthy? That's the big question, really.
If anything, I think the writing with some of the stuff they pull off was really good. Mm-hmm. I also, at the same time, feel like they did the thing where they lied to you early on, but they kind of sidestep, because
they're like, this is gonna be a sci-fi ass movie, and then you're kind of like,
it's definitely sci-fi, but
it's not like a stereotypical sci-fi.
Yeah, it's not
Independence Day.
Yeah, it's not an invasion movie. Like, so
that's what I was surprised.
Even though they're like, this might be an invasion movie,
right?
I think that's the whole thing, is it plays with the paranoia. Like, it focuses a lot on, because there's like 12 of these pods, like humongous pods that just drop down in random places.
Are they like Reaper like style? Like, are they that big?
They're about that big.
Okay.
I think they said it's like 1,500 feet tall or something like that.
Jesus.
But they just drop in random points around the world, and it's a movie about language. Really, it's them trying to communicate with the
2001:
aliens.
Space Odyssey.
Yeah, I think, like I said, yeah, that's what they remind me of. Or the what's the thing from 2001? The big black
obelisk.
Yeah, the obelisk. That's what they remind me of a lot.
Which is interesting because we haven't had a movie like that.
Yeah,
since then, like, I mean, every alien movie we ever have is an invasion story.
Yeah.
Almost, yeah.
But it plays around with like the different countries trying to communicate about what everybody has, and overall, I would give it a B plus. Probably, it's I would like to watch it again to see if I view it differently.
You said that pacing wise, it's just a lot of nothing, right?
Yeah, but they do something really cool, which I thought was really nice at the beginning. Like, it starts with like news coverage. It starts with like a flashback, and then the main character, Amy Adams, is a teacher at a college, and like she's going into class, and you keep seeing like everybody she passes is just watching something, and she's like oblivious to it, or she's kind of like everybody whatever. She gets to class, and her whole place is there's like 3 students in her class. And they're all like sitting there. She starts teaching, and all their phones start going off. And then they're like, "Hey, can you turn on the news?" Turns around, but you don't see anything. Like all from everybody. It's all from like her
perspective,
or the camera's like in front of her looking. You just see her reacting to whatever it is.
Oh, okay.
And then like everybody gets up and leaves, and you don't see the ship until.
Okay, so it's like the tertiary thing that they done maybe in like the remake of Dawn, when like you see what the characters up to, but then it's just shit behind them.
Yeah,
or like Signs.
Signs.
That's one of my favorite alien movies, because
I would compare it to Signs and 2001.
Okay.
What was the one that we saw that one time where the aliens, instead of using like energy weapons and all that bullshit, they actually used ballistic weapons?
Oh yeah. It was like That was really neat too. I forgot the name of that movie.
I don't know what it is either.
But the aliens weren't super advanced. Like they had like FTL drives, but when they got here, they were using like guns like us. Okay. They didn't figure out like energy guns. They were just using like shotguns.
A lot of pyro based weapons too.
Yeah, and they were like, how did they advance to FTL stuff?
Still using this,
and they're still using these guns.
Okay,
but it was like they landed in L.A., right?
Yeah, it sounds right.
It wasn't like Battle of L.A.
Okay,
it was a different one, but it was super low key. But we really liked it. It was really fun.
4 years ago, maybe
4 or 5.
Who was in it?
No names. It was a B movie. Like it didn't do anything in the box office, but
really, I don't remember hearing.
But it was almost like Black Hawk Down with aliens.
Yeah,
it was weird.
It was a lot of perspective from the main protagonist was a Marine, and I think that they were just.
It was like him and his squad.
Yeah,
so it's not Battle Los Angeles.
I don't think it's Battle Los Angeles.
I don't believe it is.
Is that because? Okay, well,
I don't think it is.
I can look up Battle Los Angeles real quick.
But anyway, it was really fun.
Oh, okay.
It was a fun movie. I just forget what it is. But yeah, Justin was like around that. I was like, oh yeah, that was fun. It could be Battle Los Angeles though. It could be.
Because I enjoyed Battle Los Angeles.
Did the aliens have ballistic weapons?
I can't remember. I just remember like they had like they do like an autopsy on one, and they figure they have water for blood or something weird like that.
I don't remember that.
I don't believe it.
I don't remember that.
Okay.
But anyway. You also saw.
But yeah, B plus for.
B plus.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I also saw Doctor Strange last night. Is anyone else here?
Oh yeah. I went to theaters and watched it.
We did not see Doctor Strange.
This is the
huge Marvel fan.
Mostly because I was in the theaters and I saw a trailer for it, and it nearly made me vomit because I have really bad vertigo. So I can't watch stuff like that.
Oh man, yeah. I can imagine.
Inception was. It hurt me. Like, you brought that over that day, and I was like, oh, my God.
Some of the scenes are like...
This podcast is a learning experience. I did not know that about that.
Yeah.
Trying to play... Like, there's a level on Halo 5 where you're having to run down, like, just down something, and Matt was just like... I just hear him over the head, so just like, oh, I can't do that. Oh, I can't look.
Yeah. Well, there's that scene in Mass Effect 1 when you're outside.
Yeah.
I thought that I was going to get vertigo there, but then I noticed that they didn't really... Since you're completely surrounded with city, it didn't affect me as bad.
Yeah.
But Halo 5, you just see...
everything.
You just see you see what you're running toward, which is...
a planet.
Which is a planet. And like you see, like you're running toward a planet off of like this big guardian. And it hurts my stomach so bad because stuff's like falling, like down, like falling past you.
And like you're, like you have the grab boots, so you're connected until you jump, and then you're just like,
yeah, it's that shit. When I jump,
I can't even imagine that in a Halo game. I don't even know like
it's so
how
good.
that plays.
Halo 5's so good.
I played like a couple multiplayer battles, and I thought they were really fun, but I haven't had an Xbox One with internet since then. So. I played that big battle thing, and that was awesome.
Message from Twitter asking you if you think you enjoy the Halo experience more if you played non-inverted like a normal person.
Okay, let me tell you. One day, Andrew was up at the house, and I had a few beers. And Andrew, we were just passing the controller back and forth. I forgot to change my controls for a while, and I just started fucking sucking. I was like, what?
Well, we didn't figure it out.
No, we didn't figure it out till the next morning, remember? Because then I was like sober again, and I was like, what the fuck? Why when I press up, I look up? That's fucking stupid.
What a dumb concept. Whenever you look up, you look up.
No. When you press up, you have to look down.
No!
Matt thinks that he thinks that we all live right here in this part of our head. The back of our heads where we're all at, people. None of this other stuff matters. So explain how to this Twitter user who is following us. How you live?
I feel like this isn't I feel like this person's fake.
I feel like this person is you.
Hey. Want to argue with Matt some more? Yeah, mostly.
But anyway, Doctor Strange. Whenever it gets going, like I thought the first little bit was a little bit slow, a little bit clunky. Like they try and show him before he starts learning about the magic.
Was he an alcoholic?
I don't think so.
No,
because that's the whole shtick. Is like he was like an alcoholic, and he breaks his hands because he's a surgeon.
No.
Yeah.
Was Doctor Strange alcoholic?
Yes.
I know Tony Stark is.
No, Doctor Strange is
was he too?
Yeah.
They do show the car wreck, though. It wasn't due to alcohol, though. It was just him being an asshole, really.
Yeah. Which I know he's an asshole.
Yeah.
Comics, so, yeah.
Yes,
he has a very similar story to Tony Stark.
Tony Hawk.
Tony Hawk
hasn't had a good game since American Wasteland.
Well, maybe so, but Tony Hawk is a nice guy, though, so he's not an asshole.
He's been married multiple times.
Well, I can't argue. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's the woman.
So I guess he is a bad person. Then.
I don't know.
Does that make you a bad person?
I don't know. Depends on whether or not you had a bad marriage.
Anyway, once it gets going,
I think he should 360 kickflip that marriage right off the door.
900.
But anyway, talk about.
It's an origin story, so it takes. We've watched so many origin stories lately, and I kind of.
Are we almost done with them?
No. Well, I mean, every time they introduce a new superhero, they're gonna have to do it. I mean,
well, except for Black Panther, they want to do it for that.
That's true.
We got it. We already got the origin story. Kinda.
Yeah. Kinda.
Can't wait for the origin story of Jubilee from the X-Men. Can't wait for that one. That's not really a thing, and if it is, I'll shoot myself.
It's on camera.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's fine. I lived a good life.
But, yeah, I didn't really care for the first 30 minutes.
What is a weird response
to that? But once he got to the... I did like when he first gets to the monastery. He's like, oh, this is bullshit. It's like, oh, really? And then just knocks him across dimensions?
Yeah.
Knocks him through dimensions?
Yeah, this shit gets... Well, you've seen the trailers. It's an acid trip, man.
I feel like that would like,
and that's great because the original Steve Ditko art was very
I heard it feels
weird.
like a 1960s top like acidy kind of like there's a lot of color, a kaleidoscoping, and stuff like that.
That's a good that's exactly what I would say. Yeah, they kaleidoscoped it, and it works so well. Like the effects and the way they fight and walk through these universes is
if you had trouble
amazing.
If you had trouble with Inception, this is like Inception on crack.
Yeah,
I don't want to watch that movie. Then I don't think I can. I would have to take some like dopamine, not dopamine, Dramamine.
Yeah.
That I was like dopamine,
like that stuff you take on an airplane or whatever.
Yeah, I have to take that before I'd watch that movie.
It's
Benedict Cumberbatch is amazing.
You know, and what's so weird about this is this only's formed like within the last 5 years. Like my vertigo, it's only happened within like the last 5 years. Weird.
What's going to happen in the next 5 years?
Tumors.
It's not a tumor.
I don't know.
I thought that they shortchanged the villain yet again.
Yeah,
they really do.
Who is the villain?
It's Mads Mikkelsen. Hannibal and Jen's father.
What character?
Sorry. I forgot his name.
Khaleesi's?
Something like that. It's something with a K. He's not a huge name in the comics, even like.
Yeah.
Like
I feel like they blew their wad on like what Mandrake, right? I don't know. What was the one that was in Iron Man 3?
Oh, his name just fell out of my head. It's gone.
Who are you talking
about?
The
Mandarin. Yeah. I feel like they dropped the ball because the Mandarin is a sorcerer.
I know people have a problem with Iron Man 3 because I fucking loved it. It was hilarious. It was a cool take on it. Because Mandarin doesn't hold up in today's age. Like, you're not going to have a weird Eastern Asian communist supervillain anymore. Or, like, it's not a thing we really deal with anymore.
But they could have
the way they did it
and made him a sorcerer and put him in this movie instead.
Well, that's the thing is that since then it's been revealed that he wasn't. Like you had the
he's not even the real Mandarin.
Like you had the fake Mandarin in the movie, but then you also the guy that called himself the Mandarin wasn't the Mandarin.
There is an actual Mandarin. There's a short on one of the Blu-rays that you can get or whatever that show that in one of those cool Marvel shorts.
Oh, okay.
Because while this guy's in what's his name, Trevor or something
yeah.
When he's in prison, like they come to him and they're like,
"We don't appreciate your shit."
He's just like, "Man, I just did for money." It's a really cool short. It's one of the coolest shorts, I think. It actually added something to the universe.
I think it's called "All Hail the King."
I think so. Yeah.
But I didn't care for the villain. A lot of the action was really cool. Music was okay. And it's really trippy, and they do a good twist on the beam in the sky ending that is, I don't want to spoil it, but whenever he goes into the other dimension at the end,
the way he beat the final villain
is great.
Oh my god, it's the most creative way to beat a final villain. Because Doctor Strange, he's a magic user or whatever, and he can overpower a lot of things, but he outsmarts him.
Yeah,
and it's really well done.
Well, that's why I'm excited that Sony wants to get rid of their Marvel licenses, so we might get Fantastic Four back. So we might have.
That's Fox.
Is that Fox?
That's Fox.
Yeah.
Ah, damn.
Sony only has Spider-Man.
Well, they need to
and
sell.
Sony's working with Spider-Man.
They need to.
Fox is such an asshole of a company. They won't.
If
that's why Fantastic Four has been. Their comics been canceled and all this other shit. Just like the X-Men's kind of being buried a lot in the comics because of all this. Fox. It's because of Fox. Because they refuse to work with Marvel in any semblance.
I would love to see the Doctor Doom, Doctor Strange fight. Because Doctor Doom has just as much mystical training.
Yeah. There's a whole comic where they go on an adventure together and it's real fucking cool.
Yep.
But we won't see that probably.
Unless they nut up and realize, we just start handling this correctly.
They haven't made a good Fantastic Four movie once. The first one was okay.
I actually kind of like the first one.
Yeah, it was okay. It wasn't terrible.
And you can't find a better thing. I don't know.
I agree.
I don't know how they're going to make another thing.
Well, God, the thing in the Fan 4 stick or the newest one was. It was just that whole movie's bad.
It looked bad from the beginning, and then it just turned out to be bad. So it was like, okay. Well, at least I wasn't hoping too much.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Is that it for movies?
I'd give Doctor Strange I'd give it another B+. They're two very different B+, but I think I don't know.
I think I'll agree with that. Yeah,
I'm interested to see Doctor Strange
2. Trent's hitting us up. He would like to see a Nightwing movie.
Could be interesting.
Yeah, we don't have any kind of setup in the movie verse, but nerds would be okay with it.
There was no setup to Batman vs Superman either.
That's true.
That was dumb. That setup was dumb.
Nightwing's one of those movies I just don't think could hold on its own without. Actually, I'm being biased because I don't know. I mean, I've known Robin grows into Nightwing, and you gotta have this.
To me, I would rather not see that as a movie. I'd rather see it as like a Netflix series, like they done with Daredevil.
Nightwing should be okay. Yeah,
I think a 5 to 10 episode miniseries.
Honestly,
to fold him into the movies. But that's another fucking problem that DC has is they don't ever fold their TV into their movies.
Nope. Mm-hmm. No, it's completely separate universes.
And is it Gotham and Flash are separate? Yeah, right. Yep. And then Flash and Green Arrow are in the
in that Arrowverse with DC Legend or
is this just because a bunch of writers don't want to work with other writers?
It's all Warner Bros. And DC.
So
right? I think
so. Yeah. So we're gonna have there's two different Flashes on the movie and the TV
so I'm excited for Ezra Miller's Flash, but it's jarring.
Yeah,
especially coming from as a Marvel viewpoint. I'm a Marvel fanboy, but
I think it's cool because they're doing the whole Infinite Universe kind of thing. Now, trust me, if they're going to do a Infinite Crisis movie to mash all of these worlds together, now that's a different story.
That would be cool.
That would be really fucking cool.
But I don't want to see that until DC makes a fucking good movie.
Yeah. Because you can't fuck up the Infinite Crisis.
No.
That's the thing that happened in DC.
Superman's in Supergirl now, so we got two versions of Superman. Yeah. Supergirl is also kind of separate from the Arrowverse, but really not anymore. But even in the lore now, after it went to CW, they're still separate. She's in a separate universe. They just can cross universes sometimes.
He says that the Telltale series, though, has been playing around with Batman. DC's been giving them more leeway with Batman.
I've heard that's amazing.
Yeah, I've heard it's good.
I haven't got to play it quite. I plan to pick it up soon, but
I don't think I've played a bad Telltale game. Not really. There's some of them that aren't as good as other ones, but
you're a big Borderlands guy. You thought Borderlands was great.
Yeah, Tales from the Borderlands was fantastic.
It was
fantastic.
I don't think I played one that I liked better than Wolf Among Us yet, and that's crazy because I've never even read I didn't read the comics or. I mean, I know fairy tales, but
yeah.
But I thought that's the best one so far. But the Walking Dead ones have been great. What I played at the Game of Thrones one was a Game of Thrones game. Like I felt like an asshole half the game. So
well, that's what you want to think about.
Like there's no being a good guy in that game. So
well, like I made it about halfway through. I made it to like episode 3 of Game of Thrones and never went back to the rest of the series. In the game, watched the show, but game I just.
All right, let's go into gaming.
Yep.
We're done with movies, right?
That's it.
All right.
Looks like other than the big one, we got Fallout 4.
Yeah, we want to do Fallout 4, Justin? Some not so retro review.
Yeah.
A new perspective.
Yeah, and you have.
And then I have one of mine too.
Yeah.
So Fallout 4 is good.
Oh my god. Is that what you got?
That's what I got.
No, I mean, Fallout 4's been out for 2 years?
2 years.
now?
Fucking really?
All the DLC's done.
Is it a year and a half
all
or is
the
it 2
DLC
years?
is done.
So how's the game after we got complete DLC, like the whole package?
I have bought one DLC, and
damn it.
There's more.
Okay.
There's reasoning behind that. And a lot of the DLC is more add-on building.
Hey, did you know that there's a fucking settlement that you need to go check out?
Where?
Over there.
Looks confused.
Dude, I was doing a Preston bit.
Oh, that, yeah.
Shut the fuck up, Justin.
I
Justin, you even play this game?
I don't know what's happening either. I didn't play the game.
So Preston will come up to you from time to time, all the goddamn time, be like, "Hey, there's a fucking settlement over there, halfway across the fucking map. You got to go help them out." And you go over there and like, "Hey, we got this bloatfly nest, which is on the other side of the map."
Which makes no fucking sense. Like, why is that bothering you?
Or the goals, like you'll be in the very southern part of the map where like there's
shit's going down.
Yeah, there's Mirelurk queens just walking around. All around it, and these people are fucked about ghouls that are practically on the other side of the map.
That's in some hospital.
So like Skyrim, whenever you get a bounty, and it's over here, and you're in Winterhold.
You're in like Winterhold, and it's down in Markoth.
Yeah.
Like
why is this
your problem? That's Markoth's problem.
The DLC. The problem with the DLC, I've read a lot of. Steam has a lot of really shit reviews of these DLCs. They really shit all over them. The DLCs are mostly like build packs and things that would just add on.
Well, I've bought the season pass and I've played all the DLC.
Was there one about like that was kind of Lovecraftian?
Nuka-Cola's great.
Nuka-Cola, I heard was. Is that the one where it's just a bunch of raiders and you have to pretty much be a raider?
There's two good ones. So Nuka-Cola's good. And the one where you have to go use the boat.
That's the one I have.
Both of those are really good.
That's the Lovecraftian one, right?
That's the Lovecraftian.
That one sounded cool.
I haven't got to play it yet. I've been going through the story. I'm working my way there because you got. I heard it was part of Nick Valentine's.
It is a Nick Valentine.
But I haven't even got him yet.
And he's solid. I like Nick Valentine. He's a good character.
Yeah,
it's a good name.
I like to use him because I like to have him doing the computer stuff while I'm picking locks.
Well, I mean, so. In my perspective on that game, after 2 years after it came out, it's still buggy as fuck, like a Bethesda game should be. But they didn't fix any of the things that made Fallout. Like, Fallout 4 is not a fucking good Fallout game. It's a great shooter.
I've heard that.
But it's not a fucking good Fallout game.
It's got a different feel to it.
This is coming from someone who's played 1 and 2 a ton.
What do you mean? You played the original Fallout, went into a ton.
Yeah,
I keep trying to play the first one.
Back when it was Baldur's Gate.
It's clunky. No, it's not even.
It's super clunky.
It's not Baldur's Gate clunky. It's a different clunky.
Yeah, it's a whole different kind of thing.
Like you need an instruction manual to know how to use the fucking interface. Like,
yeah, I used to play those a lot when I was a kid.
That's what
I mean, I'm sure it would be fucking cool, and I want to play it.
That's kind of what killed me about Dark Souls. Trying to learn that inventory system and all those menus, I was just like, no.
The PC original
this is
compared to the
fake.
recent ones.
This is what's the word I'm looking for?
Trent,
Fake difficulty. You shouldn't have to learn.
Tell us a little bit more what you're asking on that. I'm not sure what a PC original is compared to a recent one. Oh wait, are you talking about Fallout? So the Fallout original games compared to the newer ones? They're just different games. Like Fallout,
like they're more. Weren't they more of the adventure games and?
They were hex-based turn-based strategy games.
They're Baldur's Gate.
That's what I just said.
But slower.
Right.
Yeah, with like way.
It's a little more
harder
turn-based than Baldur's Gate is
and stuff like that. But I mean, Fallout 4 is not a Fallout game to me. It's just not. It's set in the Fallout universe, but it's a shooter.
So if the only two I've ever played were 3 in New Vegas.
Just go back to New Vegas. You'll have a lot more fun.
Sabo would agree.
I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, it definitely feels like a Fallout game. It's different. It does have a different feel to it. Like, what do you mean? Like, what you say it's a shooter, but like
because VATS has no purpose. Like you don't need to use it ever.
It has much. I feel like it has just as much purpose now as it ever did because it's still an optional.
I don't agree with that
mechanic.
Because VATS was a integral part of 3 and 2 and 1 of all those. It increases your accuracy a ton.
1 and 2 I can't really attest to that, but in 3 and New Vegas and all that, it makes it more accurate, but
I mean that takes it from being an RPG to a shooter, and yet in 3 and New Vegas was a blend, but 4. That's just useless.
The only thing that I've noticed that's different.
It sounds like I shouldn't drink
as
this.
The is that you would just be more accurate, and you're just having a computer aim for you.
Why is that allowed to
be
sold?
But in 4, you can based on your luck skill and all that, you can trigger critical attacks at will through VATS, and I think that adds a lot to it. Like you're not only letting the computer shoot for you, but now you've actually got to say so in what happens.
But look what they done. So they took all of this possible storyline, all of these possible all these great resources that we know from a Fallout game, and then they give us a shitty settlement building system. It's terrible. You cannot.
How does it compare to
good.
Hearthfire? Or what's it from Skyrim? Hearthfire?
It's different.
Hearthfire.
Totally different.
They give in Hearthfire, all you're doing is just working up enough gold to unlock the next big thing on your house.
You actually you can move the wall around and stuff. But it's not good. You can make a floating fortress if you want to.
You can,
because it has no physics.
So you can make cool stuff with it.
But if you're on the PC, yeah, that's cool. Mm-hmm. But from mostly a console perspective,
I can see how it'd be really bad for consoles. But
yeah, it does seem. Yeah, the whole series does seem like an episode of Twilight Zone.
Yeah,
but
I mean, it has a darker feel to it. I think I definitely like what they did with the Death Claws in this one. Death Claws look like there's something I should actually fear now, instead of just being something I know I should stay away from.
That's true.
Ghouls look really good. I think the ghouls are doing what they're supposed to be doing now. Like they look good. They're stumbling all over the place. They're beating the hell out of you.
And the Brotherhood still feels like what they should be too.
Brotherhood is still. The first time you see them in that big ass,
they look like badasses.
They look like badasses. Like you haven't really got to see yet. Because in Fallout New Vegas, they're trapped up there. They're just
they're almost defunct.
Yeah, they're in a bunker and
fucking bad.
Throw that over here. I want to taste that.
It's so bad, man. I'm gonna drink it because I opened it, but god damn.
And then you got
sorry.
That's like lighter fluid, dude.
Right.
Can I try this?
Yeah. It should. Nothing should taste like that.
Tastes like lighter fluid.
Tastes right.
Tastes like butane. Oh my god.
Why do you know that?
Weird. Yep. Every bit as horrible as I don't even know why.
Would you like to try it?
It's bad. But I don't know. I just feel like they took a lot of resources, and then instead they're like, here's a shitty settlement system.
I will give you that the settlement system is not really. It's not great because if you are even off by a fraction, your entire building's going to be lopsided as hell. And yeah, you can't build a solid wall. I've actually had to take up putting pictures all over walls just so I can have a solid wall instead of just something with holes in it.
I feel like you got like a little crack down the bottom, like in the floor.
I'm mad about
it. There.
No, I usually just shove junk into it.
Oh, okay.
And then there's also that there's already pre-rendered junk right there that you'll never be able to get rid of. You can't put anything over it. It's just always.
Let me just build a bed with 3 stacks of money.
Yeah, it's like there's a lot of the settlement system. If you're playing it for the settlement system, then I'm sorry, you bought it for the wrong reason. If you're playing it to go out there and
all of your options are yes, yes, and yes.
Not wrong.
Have you modded your game?
No, I tried.
Like when someone's like, "Hey, man, would you do this?" Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that. I don't want to do that, and no, I won't do that. Yeah, I'm going to do that. That's your 3 options.
I mean, for the sake of going through a story, I mean, you gotta either say yes or no. You gotta either do it or don't.
Yeah, but there was consequences.
I think if you say no, it should either shut down that quest line, and whatever they're planning should happen. It's the same as like a D&D game. If the character's like, no, we're not going to deal with that, they go away. When they come back, that problem should be bigger.
I've never seen that so much. I can't remember a point where I've ever seen that in New Vegas or. Well, unless you're like talking about the tribes and everything where you didn't pick these people to go with, and so this shit's gonna happen.
I don't know. Fallout 4. It was a 7.5 last year or 2 years ago, and even with 2 years of updates, it's still a 7.5.
Let me ask you about that robot one, where it just puts robots in the world. Is that it?
Oh, the robot one? Yeah. So it puts out a new like clan of robots.
Is it worth people. Is it worth whatever?
No, it's not. Like you can make your own robot and stuff, but it's not worth it.
Okay, well, because I Steam shit all over all of their expansions except the
2 big ones.
Yeah, except the 2 big ones. The rest of it just got shit on, and I didn't pay any money for the rest of them. I paid $9 or $10 for the one to go on the boat, and that's just because in Fallout New Vegas they had a boat one too, and that was
great because it had all the hillbillies.
Yeah,
and stuff
and it was really the only one worth of shit too.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is it a good game?
It is a wonderful game.
It's a 7.5. What it is?
Okay, I think it's great. The crafting system, it's fucking wonderful. I love the crafting system.
It's not Fallout game, is what you would say, right? Is it close enough?
From a Fallout guy who's been playing them since game 1, it feels way detached. But that's just me. I don't know. I think if this is going to be your first Fallout game, I think it's fine. If you like 3 and 4, 3 in New Vegas, you should be fine. But from someone that's like that wants the heart and blood of Fallout, I feel like it's just not there for me. And I've sunk a ton of hours in this game,
right?
So I don't know.
But it just seems like you're doing the same things. Like I guess I'm just not understanding like where it's getting different for you from New Vegas and all that.
I don't know.
Was it yesterday we were talking about, or was it?
It was sometime.
Like recently, somebody had mentioned like the humor of Fallout. It was a little different this time.
Yeah, it was from Sabbath.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
like he'd been reading.
There's not enough cannibals eating people.
Right, like so like just the little stories you can find in the game weren't as fun or something. Yeah.
Well, Trent brings up a good thing. The conversations are kind of bland. You have to admit that the conversations are very bland.
Most of them are. The ones where you can raise your charisma up and start on that. It spices them up. I mean, it ain't. It's not Shakespeare. It ain't. It's not.
Dude, in the old games, if your intelligence is low enough, you're like, okay, and they're just like, all right.
I did like that system. That was really good. That if you knew something about explosives, you said something about explosives,
and then they're like, all right, yeah, that could work.
Yeah.
Or like if your surgery was bad enough, and you could still try to help somebody.
Oh, I did that. I mean, there's a lot of,
and that's just not in it in Fallout 4.
No, I think they tried for something different this time.
So they dumbed down the conversation system.
They did. If you're looking at it from that point of view, yeah, if
you're looking for a BioWare game, this is not it. It's basically Bethesda's. I hope Bethesda doesn't take this formula to Elder Scrolls because I will be unhappy.
Graphics wise and aesthetics, I hope they do because I think that this is the first time I played.
It's pretty.
They just improved upon Skyrim, right?
It's
the same engine.
It seems a lot darker than all than New Vegas and 3.
New Vegas was one big brown streak.
Yeah.
This is a lot of gray.
This is a lot of black and gray.
That's what it's hard. I had about New Vegas was just.
It's an apocalyptic world, though. It's hard to. I imagine it's really hard.
Well, they are a lot of trippy scenes, like when you go into the dream machine. Yeah, there are like you get to live someone else's like past, and there are a lot of trippy scenes. But we've always had those trippy scenes.
Yeah,
like in Fallout 3 when you went to the druids. And they got you really high. Yeah, like there's always been a lot of trippy scenes.
And in the New Vegas, you had that place where you could you got into a pod. There's a bunch of people in these pods, and they're all hooked up to like a 1960s, 1950s kind of lifestyle. And you just you have to go through and like just ruin it for everybody, pretty much. Just get out.
I remember that one.
That was in 3. That was in 3.
That's a great quest.
That was in 3 because you could systematically ruin them.
Yeah, because
you could put the little kid Slayer mask and stab them to death.
Yeah, and that's actually part of the thing that you're supposed to do to get out of there. Is you gotta follow somebody else.
You could either ruin them or save them.
It was a dog, wasn't it? Didn't the dog make you do it?
Yes, the dog talked to you.
Yes, the dog talked to you. Yes.
Dude, these are trippy games.
I played Fallout 3 quite a bit, but I didn't beat it. I didn't get that far though. That sounds cool.
I thought that was 3. Vegas.
No, because your dad is in there.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I thought the dad was at the
No, your dad went there.
Yeah, you're following his trail.
You're following his trail.
Yeah, okay.
It's good. It's good. Fallout 4, it's still 7.5 or what? If we're doing a 5-point scale, right? So it's a 3.5.
Yeah, so 7.
It's a 7.
A lot of people shit on New Vegas because of the shot in the head thing.
I actually think it's fine.
It is fine because it's not likely that you will live through one.
My papa got shot in the head in real life, and he lived through it. It happens.
That is so weird.
Well, you got shot with a .22 revolver into the forehead. There's a cat on the screen.
It's a .22. It was a fucking .22. Like, that's a tiny little bullet.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying I want to take it, but you can live through that.
I assume a lot of people who shit on that just for that fact.
He says the Yakuza series is really good.
The what?
The Yakuza series.
I want to play Yakuza 0 pretty bad.
Yakuza Mafia.
Yeah.
Right?
Yakuza Mafia.
I haven't played it yet, but Yahtzee says it's okay.
Yakuza.
Is that a game where you throw dice?
No, that's the person who shits on video games.
Oh, yeah. I know it is. I was making that.
Oh, I didn't know. I was like, what the hell is he talking about? Yakuza.
But what would you give? What would you give the Fallout 4?
What would you give? Fallout 4? 8.
An 8?
Yeah, he's not.
I live here and he doesn't do that to me. What the fuck?
He thinks you're daddy.
That's what you get.
That's what he does.
You know what? You done this to yourself. Okay. You might want to solve this.
I'm just gonna go to sleep.
Oh wow, that's on camera now.
Man. Yeah,
that's on camera, Justin. Jesus Christ.
I don't give a shit.
What were we talking about?
Well, we gave our grades for a 2-year-old game.
I played the first Yakuza and it was real fun. So
I give it an 8. Yeah.
To answer that,
I feel like y'all's points are very different. That's a half a point difference, and that's like it's just 7.5. I'd give it an 8.
Well, there's a lot. I think there's a lot in between that.
I like what they do with the companion. The companions seem like after they like you and they love you or whatever. After a while, they release other parts of their personality in Quest, and I think that was a cool thing to add.
One thing in Skyrim or any Elder Scrolls game, I never used.
I don't either.
I was always the sneaky archer though, so I was like, you guys are fucking useless.
I like. I just like to have them in Fallout just so they can carry on my junk.
Is your cat on fucking drugs?
Maybe.
He likes Matt and Matt stuff.
He likes Andrew too.
So, shall we? Do you guys have a game? Or is it just me? Or is it Retro Matt?
I would say Fire Emblem Birthright is really good if you like Fire Emblem games. Or
it's a Fire Emblem game, right?
It is. You can play really, and it's a great entry level Fire Emblem. You can either play it old school style where your characters die, which is hard.
Or New School style where they're like, oh, I'm injured. Okay, I'm back.
Yeah,
that's what I play.
Yeah. Recommended though if you're into the strategy games at all. But yeah, that's all I got.
So I sunk 15 hours into Mass Effect 1 in the last week. Mm-hmm. From recommendations that you guys gave me. Like, oh yeah, play that Mass Effect. So I did. Mm-hmm. It's a dated game. Came out 2007. So we're talking 7, 8,
10 years.
10-year-old game.
Yeah. I was 17 years old.
I was 21. I
was 14.
That's 20.
Yep. Oh, you were, buddy. But it's dated. It just is. Yeah. If you want to, I streamed my entire playthrough on my channel, Cap Phipps. So if you want to see just me commenting about it, it's really fun. And
stop shilling.
Andrew was there for the last
provided helpful
like
comments.
3 hours of that game.
Yeah,
you were there for like the last 3 hours. So let me just get through the negative stuff.
Are you expecting it to get better?
I don't know. I'm hoping.
Let me just get through the negative stuff. The shaders in that game are garbage. Like, it's an early Xbox game. Whatever. Shaders kind of poop. Inventory management is garbage.
I like how they solved that in 2. You have your will. That's
it's fun.
BioWare, was that their first game since for the 360 since Jade Empire?
No, KOTOR 2.
They didn't make that.
Oh yeah, they didn't make that. Yeah. So yeah, Jade Empire.
The Jade Empire and then Mass Effect.
Yep.
Okay, so it's real young. Like,
yeah, it's a young. Because
I mean, I love Jade Empire, but it's also really fucking
dated.
I can play it now, but
there's a video, also really good for anybody who likes Mass Effect, and I think you should watch it now. By a guy named Reykjavik. I don't want to say that's his name. It's on YouTube. He did a Halo series reviewing each of the games. Like it was like Halo 1 14 years later, or something like 13 years later, whatever it was. Now he's doing Mass Effect, and his review for Mass Effect 1 is really
these are like
really
long
good.
reviews, right?
Yeah, it's like a 40-minute review.
Yeah,
of like going into the background of the game.
Oh yeah,
are you a shill too?
No. Shop at Walmart. It's rollback season. It's rollback season at Walmart. So inventory management's poop.
We have better tech at Best Buy.
Our lot prices are lower.
That's probably true.
So
I'll get fired tomorrow.
What else? What else do we got that's big negatives over that game?
Shepard's voice acting.
I played female Shepard. It's not that bad.
I hear she's good. She's okay.
Jennifer Hale.
Yeah, she's great.
I kind of liked it.
Yeah, she's a great voice actress.
I
actually didn't hate Shepard regular. I didn't hate male Shepard. He is kind of a little bland though. I mean, there's not.
I feel like Shepard generally is supposed to be like the vanilla ice cream of this game.
You know, that's fair because he's like I'm Soldier Boy.
You put the Garrus sprinkles on there. You get some Rex syrup, and then you make fucking sundae.
Yeah, but I think the other characters are just supposed to bounce around you. Basically, it's you bouncing from.
I love the ice cream, so I didn't like it.
Oh.
I professionally.
So, character-wise, everything's good.
Character-wise, yes.
Mass Effect's fun.
Garrus is great.
Yeah.
Garrus is great. I think Saren's a good villain.
Yeah, Saren's a good villain, yeah.
I think Saren's a good villain. He knows what the fuck he's wanting to do. Even though he's getting controlled, he denies it. The whole time he's like, I'm not fucking controlled. Okay, I might be controlled.
Yeah. Like, I think I said it during your stream, like, I feel like Saren is what Shepard, it's like, what happened to Saren could easily have happened to Shepard. If their roles had been switched, I think if Shepard had bought his line of crap, same thing could have happened.
You see, I honestly think that Saren is a good allegory for Anakin.
Yeah.
Because he was like, yep, this is the right way. This is how I'm supposed to be doing this. And he just eats the fucking dark side pudding.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think it's a good way to look at that.
Yeah.
But yeah, good. But here's what kills me about fucking Saren. So you see Saren, and he shoots the other Spectre in the head, right? And he's all piped out and shit, and he looks like he's a fucking geth. And then, like, maybe 30 minutes later, you're having, like, a conversation about Saren. Saren pops up on the big screen in front of the council. He has all these pops and shit sticking into him.
I don't remember that.
Yes! He has all these pops and shit sticking into him, and he looks like a Geth.
I think that was just supposed to be his armor. I
don't know. He looks super Gethy, though.
Yeah.
But what, the council was just supposed to think, oh, this is Saren.
I mean, that's
regular Saren.
It wouldn't really be much of a stretch if he was, because, I mean, that's who he's pretty much working with.
Isn't that what happened? Was that, like...
The Geth?
It's been a while, but didn't... Saren was, like, the top man of the council, right?
He was a Spectre.
He was a Spectre, which
so he was like a special ops.
Yeah, okay, he's pretty much...
But didn't, like, Shepard go out and be like, hey, he's not a good guy, and they didn't believe him?
Yeah, and the council was like, no, you're wrong.
Okay, so, like, that's where I was thinking.
Well, I think it really depends on how you play, actually, whether that happens or not.
Yeah, like you can't.
I feel like I remember they didn't believe me.
I also love how at any point when the council's like talking to you in your ship, you can just be like, turn it off. You just like, fuck you, council.
I chose. I actually killed the council.
I saved the council.
I killed it.
Killed it.
No, it's just like we got to take out the Sovereign. Like that's what you got to do.
Yeah. I
remember that.
No, it's you either choose to save them or you choose to save thousands of innocent lives.
No, they're not.
No, it's human.
Lives.
It's humans.
So,
it's humans.
No. The choices are you can either save the council by sending in the human fleet to basically act as a buffer between the council's ship, or you can send in the human fleet to go around the council ship and the entire Geth fleet and attack Sovereign.
Yeah.
That's your two choices.
Oh, okay.
Either way, thousands of lives are going to be sacrificed, but sacrificed in the choice of saving these 3 people.
Yeah.
Or do you want to take out Sovereign?
Fuck the council.
Yeah,
I saved the council.
They should have believed me.
Well, I was playing Super Paragon.
Is that the Paragon option?
Yeah, that is the Paragon option.
What's Sovereign?
Sovereign's the Renegade option.
No, I mean, but what is Sovereign? Why are we attacking Sovereign?
Because that's Saren's ship, which is a Reaper. Yeah. And it's trying to gain control of the Citadel to send in all the rest of the Reapers.
Okay, so the bad option is to try to stop that?
Yes.
That doesn't make any fucking sense. But
you're sacrificing all of these alien ships that are trying to protect.
This is kind of one of those Peter Molyneux things in, what was that series?
Talking about
Fable?
Fable, thank you. Ooh.
Wow.
All right. So, anyway, Fable 3, you know how you can either be a complete and total asshole and save the world, or really everybody can love you and the world goes to shit?
Yeah.
Pretty much that.
Yeah. I hate that option.
Yeah, or you can just fund the whole thing yourself.
Which, from what I've read, they're taking out the Paragon system.
Oh, that's interesting.
Andromeda. Like you'll still have the little conversation wheel, and you'll still have the pop-ins. But it won't be like a...
It's not so obvious, right?
Yeah.
Like you're not, I want to be a good guy, I gotta choose the Paragon option.
And you're not really... It's not really a choice of being a good guy and a bad guy. It's really just kind of a choice about how you want to approach that issue.
You can be like ruthless and be like, no, this is the bottom line. This is what we're doing.
I like that about Shepard. Because you can either play Shepard as like the fucking hero, like the war hero kind of guy, or you can play him like the scoundrel, almost the Han Solo, I'm going to fuck you over instead of using brute force to do you do the same thing.
Right.
Yeah, but you go about a different avenue.
Yeah.
Is it, because didn't you get rewards for being Paragon versus...
You unlock...
Did you get different abilities and shit?
So,
like, to max out your abilities, you would want to be pure Paragon.
Well, it doesn't affect your abilities. Like, so you have two conversation choices. One is intimidation and one's charming. They do the same thing when you put points into them, just they unlock different conversations.
So they don't actually affect your any kind of skills or
no.
Oh, okay.
They do the same thing, which is lower the prices of stuff.
Or like spoilers for how the game ends. If you went full Renegade or Paragon, you got Saren's, like the last conversation you had with him. If you follow the either of those paths, instead of just being like, no, fuck it, we're gonna fight, you can make him kill himself.
Yeah,
one of those options. You can
avoid
it's
that Renegade
fight.
That you make him kill himself.
Maybe
because I didn't ever have that option. You watched, so I didn't have that option at all.
So if you're a bad guy, you can make him kill himself.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I say bad guy, but I say like you're just you're very
the fight that you have with him in the stage before the end. You try to sway him, and he almost gets kind of swayed there for a minute, and then he's like, "No, you're fucking wrong. I'm not mind controlled."
Yeah. That's cool though. That's some good storytelling, I think. Yeah. From the sound.
Oh yeah, storytelling. Great.
I didn't get to finish. I didn't finish the game. I started doing a bunch of the side quests and stopped playing because it burns you out. Oh, Mako burns you out.
I'll tell you, I fist punched the story.
That's what I should have done.
That's what I've done.
I have never beat a BioWare game.
I'm not a BioWare fan.
Well, I like them as a company, and I like their games, but I just
if side quests burn you out. Once. If side quests burn you out, I got some bad news about Witcher.
But but see, that's what I was hearing from the guy. Where is that The Witcher? Whereas you got side quests that they're actually interesting.
Yeah,
because like the Mako shit's not interesting.
No, the Mako. There's another negative. Mako's floaty. It feels like every planet you land on has the same gravity.
It's just, and they all look the fucking same. They're all like, oh, here's a bunch of nothingness.
Yeah,
and sometimes
and one little outpost. And
sometimes the Mako is just places. Yeah. Like you'll just walk up and there's a fucking Mako.
How the hell that happened?
It didn't make a whole lot of sense.
Yeah,
based on what he said, no, you're beaming down to a planet, or you're putting a vehicle on a planet to drive to the one thing on this planet that actually matters.
And there might be a turret in the way.
Yeah, and why can't we just use our space alien technology to beam me in there?
Why aren't we using a flying vessel? Like you would think that a cruiser ship with like a gunship would be way more effective.
That's Mass Effect.
But that's Mass Effect 2. You use a little cruiser
to just land on your mission.
Yeah. But
speaking of spaceships and stuff, was it Halo 4 that had the dogfighting space missions?
That's Reach.
That's Reach.
Was it Reach? Reach. That's
fantastic.
Did they have they brought that back at all? Because 4 didn't have it. If
not really. There is some stuff in 5.
Is there some stuff in 5?
But
why? Kinda. They can make a whole game of that. I'd fucking buy it. I would buy it on launch day.
God damn. Halo 5's space mission is Star Fox. It's a Star Fox mission.
Okay.
Which is fun.
Can you do a barrel roll?
Yeah.
Alright. I'm on board.
It's
Wait. I was so surprised that Reach is...
That's Halo 5, right?
It can't be 4. 4 didn't have it. We played through 4 together.
You had the flying mission at the end of 4.
Is that 4 or is that 5?
It's the end of 4 whenever you're going after the Didact. You can control this little ship.
That's right.
Was there a
the solemn run.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah, that's true.
It probably was all the chicken nuggets.
Yeah, all those chicken fucking nuggets.
There are some good, like, air mission. There is a good air mission.
They can make they can make a whole Halo game of those space missions, and I would play it.
Not to get too far away from Mass Effect, but like the story in Halo 5, I'm not going to say it's garbage. It's not what was sold to us.
It really wasn't.
It's not at all.
That sucks, because like the trailers were real
But it's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad, and the gameplay, I think, is the...
Oh, the missions are solid.
I think it's the best.
Every mission's good.
Well, Halo 4 had a really good story.
Yep.
I think we all expected less from it, even, because it was a different company, you know?
I feel like Halo 5 got to the 75% mark of their story, and then they're just like, you don't get the next 25%. Unlike Halo 2 got to the 99% and then give you the last fucking mission.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But
okay.
Yeah, that's the difference. I think that's a good way to explain that.
Yeah.
But back to Mass Effect. Storytelling wise, really, really solid.
Yeah.
Gunplay,
it's okay. It's for what
okay.
It was great for its time. It was great for its time, I think.
Unless you're a sniper.
Well, maybe. I didn't snipe.
Until you hit about level 30, and then your sniper rifle becomes viable. Or you get a Spectre piece.
Yeah. I feel like I remember trying to go more Biotics, I think is what it's called.
I went
Space Magic.
Vanguard.
Space Magic, yeah.
No, I didn't go Vanguard. I went Infiltrator.
Yeah.
Went Infiltrator, which is sniper
snipey.
pistol.
Yeah. See, I definitely.
And I'm loving Infiltrator in 2 because you get a cloak. You can go invisible and go behind the enemies, and you get a bonus to damage when you're cloaked.
That's cool. Yeah.
So, yeah.
God, trying to imagine like doing a cloaking thing and based off the first one because I didn't play the rest. Like trying to cloak, go behind these enemies, and it just seemed like
we had it in Halo 1.
Well, yeah. It just seemed it was like too hectic and massive Effect, I guess.
Well,
so
Mass Effect 1 was really hammerhead on how they gave you enemies.
Yeah.
So
you're in the hallway.
You're in the way. Yeah. They're there. Mass Effect 2 is different. Every firefight I've had so far has had at least 2 paths.
Yeah.
Like I got in a firefight today in like a city, and I could either go just right into the firefight and get behind some cover, or I could go around, go upstairs, and then have the high ground. Okay. Which we all know is cool. The best because you don't lose your arms and legs.
3 out of 4 limbs, yeah.
So, yeah.
I hate you!
IGN...
I told you. Like, I told you it was going to happen.
I fucking warned you!
IGN gave Mass Effect a 9.4.
For its time.
The first
For
one.
its time.
Okay.
I don't agree with that currently.
Yeah.
I think that game is a solid 7.
What would you, if you had played it during the time though?
I did. I beat the game, and it was a 9. It was a 9
at the original. Like, okay,
I beat it. That was a game that I went to Walmart on launch to buy.
Okay,
and I thought it was good. Thought it was great.
It was a 9 for its time, but now holding up.
Steamy fucking sex scene?
Okay, so Andrew was around for my steamy fucking sex scene.
Yeah.
And it is bad.
Was it really that bad? I don't even remember.
It's like 2 seconds of maybe like a corner of a piece of sidewalk.
It's like 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
Of just like them being like...
And that scene was the cause of all that controversy.
Right.
Because you see a sleek ass. That's what you see. You see a nice blue ass.
But like the new...
I wished I would have fucked Garrus. I should have fucked Garrus. I would have rather have fucked Garrus...
Blue lady.
Liana.
Oh, yeah.
Liana?
She was. Yeah.
I would rather fuck Garrus. I want a hot Tyrion dick in my ass instead of Liara.
That's going to be my new ringtone later. I am going to have that as my ringtone forever.
I call Justin, I want a hot Tyrion dick in my ass.
That's a better one. That's better.
But that scene, 30 seconds, whatever it is, that was the thing that was at Fox News, that Jeff Keighley interview.
Yeah, the Jeff Keighley.
Where they're like,
Jeff Keighley was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, the one was like,
like from G4?
Yeah.
Jeff.
Yeah.
Yep.
But like the woman's up there like, there's like full graphic like penetration scenes and all this. And he's like, no,
there's no dicks. I scissored the fuck out of her and nothing.
Well, I did too. Boop, boop, boop.
But yeah, like, and they ended up kicking him off the show. They're like, no, we're done.
So I was listening to IGN, not Game Scoop, but Beyond.
Okay, the PlayStation thing.
Yeah, the PlayStation one, and they were talking about sexual scenes in games, and it does kind of seem like they're very forced. And even in Mass Effect, it seems forced. It's like, you want that fucking achievement, you better go fuck somebody.
Except that's something else Witcher did. I didn't think they don't give you an achievement for either
they don't.
any of the options.
No,
it's just
and I like that.
Yeah.
I feel like Witcher sex scenes are very real, and Mass Effect sex scenes are not. It's like,
except for the prostitutes.
So Mass Effect, it's like, I'm gonna go talk to you 3 times. I like your dick.
Well, bang, okay.
Go fuck me. You're like, and that's how it feels.
Yeah.
Witcher, it's like these people have true backstory.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of he and a hawing around, and like there's a lot of like, if we do this, we're going to piss this person off, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so would you compare it to like a...
and you can go around and just bang everybody.
I bang everybody. When I play Witcher, I banged everyone. And it does. It backfires because they start talking to each other. Yeah. The worst thing that you want to do is bang all of your friends. That's the worst thing you can do.
So would you compare it to maybe a Dragon Age? The original Dragon Age?
I never played Dragon Age.
Dragon Age.
I don't play BioWare games.
You're wrong.
So
it really sucked.
No, it didn't. You're a sheep.
I played it.
I also played it, and it's a really fucking good game.
What do you want? So if I don't like it, I'm a sheep.
Because that's what everybody else also said.
But what if I truly didn't like it? What if I don't care?
Okay, if you had an actual reason to not like it, that's totally cool.
I didn't like it.
So,
anyways,
I had some graphical hiccups occasionally. I showed Andrew like this, where it's supposed to be like a fuel depot, like a big propane tank. It's like 1 pixel.
Yeah,
is it not?
Literally just there's nothing on there.
It's just blit.
Did they have the propane accessories?
They did. Hank Hill was there. He's a gas jockey. He works for tips.
Yep.
Oh God!
Even like while you're playing, you're like, "What the fuck's Hank Hill here?" But
Hank Hill.
Where's the button to turn myself in?
But I mean, it's just a day of game. It's 10 years old. But I can say that about
Half-Life too.
Bullshit. Half-Life 2 is beautiful. I don't know why it's beautiful, but it's fucking beautiful.
Yeah, it really is still.
Yep. But anyway, yeah, I give it a 7. It's a solid 7.
I stand by my 8.
The relationship thing you're talking about it being forced and before this little silliness of Dragon Age. Yeah. In the first one, if you tried to flirt with all the girls, you could. I mean, you literally could, but then eventually you're in a tiny little camp and they talk to each other. Like Liliana talks with Morgan, and Morgan's like, she's this emo girl or whatever, but you're like, there's repercussions. Like, one will be like, oh no, you like we gotta, I want you, just you, or Morgan's like, I want you, just you, but then she's like, oh, I don't want to do a relationship thing. Yeah. Like, it felt real to me. Like, I had a hard time choosing.
In Mass Effect?
No.
Oh,
in Dragon Age.
So if you like that, yeah, Witcher's.
Then Witcher's something that you
okay,
want to do.
See, that sounds good. Because Dragon Age made me, like, I sat there for a solid 15 minutes. Like, do I want Liliana or Morgan? I don't know.
You're not Kratos waking up with a harem.
Yeah, no.
Fuck everybody.
No, I was like, at a point, I'm like, should I just fucking go to Alistair? At least he's funny.
Yeah, right?
I don't think he'd have a problem with it.
But yeah, I don't know. It's a good game. I think it's worth a playthrough even today. I mean, like I said, I've not touched that game in 10 years.
So I feel like if you go through it the way you did, and maybe like, what was it, 10, 15 hours? Of
yeah, just hit the story.
Go through it.
Just hit the storyline, and I think you'll go out satisfied.
You might be a little tiny bit underleveled, but not.
I got to 40. Doing nothing with the storyline, and the game maxes at 60, and that's what. But it only maxes on your second playthrough. Yeah, you can get to 50 on your first playthrough, and it maxes.
So that's
60.
Close enough. You're gonna finish the game, no problem.
Right? And when I booted up 2, it gave me a bunch of shit for hitting level 40.
That's cool.
So yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
It's good.
Okay.
They'll
probably do a HD remaster of all 3 before.
I hope not. I actually don't think it's needed.
Oh, and that Andromeda's.
Are they all backwards compatible?
Yes.
Okay.
And Andromeda's less than a month away.
The only way to play
should have already come out.
The only way to play Mass Effect 3 is 360.
No, you can play 3 on the 1.
Is it backwards?
No. Like backwards. So Xbox products.
Yeah.
Because it never released on the PC.
Right.
And it never released on PlayStation.
Right. As far as I know. Yeah.
So the only way to play number 3.
I'll play it on the goddamn Wii U.
I think.
Yeah. You can.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, I think it's solid.
Yeah.
If you have never played Mass Effect, go play it before Andromeda.
I should, but
I don't know why I had the itch to be like, I want to know why I don't like these games.
Yeah, and then you're like, oh, it's actually okay.
It's okay. Yeah.
I think we need Jade Empire too.
I think that's what spoiled me on BioWare was Jade Empire.
Really?
I didn't like the aesthetics.
Oh, I thought it was. Do you like Chinese Japanese culture?
That's the problem. Like, okay. I'm not really into it.
If you're not into that, then it's
that's the same reason why I hated the Kamigawa block in Magic the Gathering. Like, I just don't really.
But that's my favorite one.
And I don't like Mr. Pandaria either.
All right, that's fair. If you don't like that stuff, it's not for you.
Yeah, I didn't like Mr. Pandaria till the last pack.
That's been all my favorites of those. Like,
I hate pandas.
Yeah,
you heard it
here. Hear that, PETA?
Oh no!
Yo, fuck PETA! No.
You know what? If someone came in here with panda sausage, I'd eat it.
You know, fuck pandas too. Like, I'm sorry, they're adorable and I want them to live, but they can't do it by themselves. Then fuck them.
There's a dog. English bulldogs can't procreate now. We have genetically changed them to the point where they can't fuck.
So we literally inbreeded them that much. I saw Silicon Valley today, and they were talking about inbreeding them. That's real.
Their back legs don't have enough muscle mass to get on the back of another dog. So we have to jerk them off and inseminate other dogs with it.
I guess that's the end of that. They should just be...
If they were in the wild, they would die in what?
The next 10 years.
Yeah. That species would be gone.
I don't really care for them anyways, but wow.
Yeah, we've genetically changed them that much.
You know what? They should probably try and like genetically
bring them back.
Well,
we have to stop inbreeding. We'd have to change. We'd have to start breeding them with dogs that have high strength in their back legs. Mm-hmm. So I would something like a Pomeranian or something if you want to keep them small because they have such strong legs.
Yeah. Do we really need them?
But then you'd have like a crazy buff up front, buff in the back.
That sounds like a pit bull. I don't like pit bulls. I hate pit bulls.
But they would look like wolves.
Oh, that sounds kind of cool. And scary, but cool.
Yeah, right?
All right, so...
Okay, so what's the last on the... Do we have anything else on the video game docket?
Just that last big one.
The last big one. So RE7. Resident Evil 7, guys.
Yep.
This is going to be our big... I guess our big segment. This is going to be the biggest segment that we have.
Main event.
The main event!
Indeed.
Ethan, running around. Spoilers, by the way. We were talking about this game in completion.
Yeah,
we've
all played it.
We've all played it. If you don't want to know about Resident Evil,
thanks for tuning in for the rest of us.
Thanks for tuning in. Follow us and all that stuff. But if you have played Resident Evil, you want to know our... Stick with us. You know?
Yeah.
So, PC, PS4, and we done Xbox Ones. Mm-hmm. Who wants to start? You want us to start with at the beginning, just character wise, Ethan?
Yeah.
Talk about Ethan?
Okay, so
because this is the big. This is the big shit about it.
Yeah, I want to first off start with the fact that I'm a huge Resident Evil fan. Like, it's my favorite game series of all time.
I remember me and Justin playing them on the PS1.
Yeah, same.
Being scared.
I went. funny side story. I went to there used to be a movie video rental place above where I lived on Ann Street.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it's called, but I went in there and I was just looking at PlayStation 1 games. I thought it said President Evil the first time.
That's
what I saw. I saw this weird half-faced. By the way, what the fuck was the guy on the front of the original Resident Evil? He had his fucking Scarface thing going on. It was crisp, but...
Wasn't he supposed to be like a G-Virus or something like that?
I guess, but he wasn't in the game.
Had a completely different cover.
Yes, it did.
It was was just a chainsaw or something.
Remember it was Chris with a shotgun.
Was it?
It's like he's in the mansion and but his face is fucked up for some reason.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. Well, anyways, I walked in that theater. I walked into the movie store and I was like, Resident Evil. That's fucking stupid.
Hey, can you fill me a sodi?
What you want?
Sodi flavored.
So any of them.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. So I.
Can I get one?
Man, I want some fucking rum with that too, though. Should have brought liquor.
There's some Catherine.
No, that's garbage.
So I didn't rent it originally, and I was like, "This is fucking stupid." No, that sounds stupid.
President Evil's dumb.
Finally rented it.
Bill fucking Clinton rocking around.
I rented it. Best game I'd ever played at the time. I love zombies. I love the horror. It scared me even at the time. I know it. At the time, I was young, anyways. But did
you know that I'm the master of unlocking?
I did, and also, you almost became a Jill sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
The dialogue is so stupid, but great. It's like,
but it's always been there.
It's the best B horror movie ever.
The only 3 Resident Evils I've played have been 4, 5, and 7.
Oh, you've missed out.
Yeah.
First of all, I wouldn't recommend going back and playing the original one, but play the remake.
Actually, what? Yeah, because they came out with 1 and Code Veronica as a combo pack, so you get 1 and 3.
3 was Nemesis.
No, Code Veronica's 4.
Did Nemesis come out before Code Veronica? I thought
yeah. Code Veronica was Sega Dreamcast and PS2.
Really?
Yeah.
Did not know that. So 4. Okay.
Yeah. Code Veronica's really good.
Yeah, but I would play those 2 because
Zero's really good.
It's like $20 for 2 really good games.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The whole original series is good. 6 is the one misstep, I think, and it wasn't even a bad game either. It was just not a great game. Anyways, so I'm a huge Resident Evil fan. Like, this is my series. And Resident Evil 7 brought it back to what I loved of the series, because 5 dropped it. 4
and 6 was action games. They were action,
and that was disappointing. But 6 tried to fix it. But then they did.
I am drinking
some Hasi? Got some fucking got some Slimer Punch there? What is that?
It's poppin' lemonade.
Okay, that's sweet.
Drinking Robert's kid stuff.
That's all right.
Yeah, there's a couple. I'll share. We'll share.
One.
I bought 2 packs, so it's cool.
So let's talk a little bit about Ethan as a character. Because everybody's poo-pooing on Ethan. And I'm like, he's not a special ops fucking character.
No.
He's a dude! He works at a fucking desk job.
Maybe that's the problem, though. Maybe that's the problem is that Ethan is not a special ops character and he lives through the shit and he's way too calm for a lot of the shit.
You say
throughout the game, he is calm as shit. He'll say, like, what the fuck, but then he just blows their fucking brains out. So he would handle that situation better than most normal people will. And that's cool, because it's a video game and it's fine. And I don't think it takes away anything from the game. Well, but Ethan as a character is just...
I think Ethan's supposed to be the player. Like you were saying, he'll be like, oh, what the fuck? But every single time I was playing the game, I would do something crazy, knock someone's head off, whatever.
Somebody put a fucking gun in their mouth and blow their heads off.
I was like,
their head off.
I would be like, holy fuck. Half a second later on screen, he'd say the exact same thing.
That's true. That's true.
Every time.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, yeah, you're having the correct reaction.
Also, once you have your hand reattached and you can take healing potions to cure all this shit, maybe you're a lot more calm. You know?
Yeah.
He does have the virus.
Because
he's kind of freaking out.
Nutty. Yeah, he's freaking out the entire beginning of the game. And then it seems like when he gets infected,
he realizes, like, maybe I'm okay throughout this shit, you know?
I mean, he still freaks out a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I just wish they would put more ambient noises from him in, like more panting, more like, oh, man. You know?
Okay, yeah. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I think that they dropped the ball on the ambient noises for Ethan. Now, ambient noises in the house, different story.
I watched him play a little bit, and I played it as well, of course, and I was scared throughout the first playthrough especially, but I watched him play, and like, just, you could see it, like, the random noises in the background, like, it's scary, ain't it?
Well, it makes you look around. It makes you go
like, why is that door creaking noise? What is that? And like, and then his cat jumped on his shoulder and scared the fuck out of him. That's good stuff, but
the one noise in the game that would get me is I'm not used to footsteps as I turn, like no walking, just a turn.
Okay,
I can see why it is that way. I can, and it makes perfect sense. But in a lot of games I play where that thing, you don't really hear footsteps from just
turning.
Well, it's because I feel like he's moving into his turn, like something like
right. But you're not used to that. We don't hear that a lot.
Yeah.
And whenever you're just looking around a room, just looking for supplies, and you hear footsteps, you're like, shit, and you just stop, and you're just like, all right, where is it? Okay, it was just me. Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
It still gets me. I was playing it the other day, like just yesterday actually, and. Still gets me, and I've played through the game once already, and I played through all the not all the DLC, but the first DLC. And
how is that?
The first DLC is amazing. Both scenarios. Let's go through the first game.
Sure.
Let's go through the original game, and then I'll get in the first deal. I didn't play the second, and I am disappointed that I haven't got to before this. But we'll go through the first game first.
Let's keep talking about character.
How do you feel about Mia?
Okay, so
she scared the fuck out of me.
Here's one thing I think Mia should do is tell her fucking husband that she's some sort of special ops person.
She should have. It's one of those weird. And I'm gonna say I think it's one of those weird Japanese anime things where you just don't tell people things. Or no, that's actually I take back the Japanese thing. We do that in American TV shows, too. Supernatural, they're always like, oh, I'm not going to tell them the secret. It's like, if you just fucking talk to each other, we would get through this so much easier.
Yeah.
But Mia refused. And she had a memory thing, too, though, so...
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, as a wife, and you're a husband, how the fuck, how do you not know where your wife is going 8 hours out of the day? Like,
and she lied. She was like, oh, I'm going to babysit this kid because that's what I do in fucking Louisiana. Okay.
Missing for 3 years.
Yeah. Oh, shit, she's alive. I better go find her.
I mean...
that was a cool opening, though.
I think I would. Yeah. Like...
Oh, yeah.
I think that's one of those things. A lot of people would be like, if your presumed dead wife contacts you 3 years later, fuck yeah, you're going to go try to figure it out.
Yeah.
And if you contact the cops, they'll call you crazy.
Yeah.
So
that cop, by the way, I want to talk about that cop for a second. I like the cop. I think he's
R.I.P.
Honestly, yeah, R.I.P. I feel like he's
Rip.
Yeah. You go ahead.
I just feel like it's not a good time to lose one's head in that situation.
He's realistic for a cop, though. I think
Not a good way to get.
He's more concerned about what the fuck are you doing there. I was more concerned about why Ethan said what he said. Like, what are you doing here? What the fuck do you mean? What am I doing here? I'm a fucking cop, and people were complaining. Like, I have to be here.
I think, that's another part of Ethan just maybe being a little nutty at that time.
Yeah, maybe. He should have been like, I don't know. Just fucking get me out of here.
I guess
because it is a bit of a circumstance, like not circumstance,
situation.
Yes, coincidence.
Some of them ask
that.
See,
because he has no idea how long he had been there either.
Yeah.
and he just had a hand cut off and all sorts of shit.
That opening segment, by the way, with the hand cut off. Sorry, I didn't. But that opening segment with the hand cut off, like that was the greatest opening of a video game a horror game, especially that I've seen in a while. Like
it's very Silent Hill. It's a page right out of Silent Hill because I think the first game starts out like that. Your dead wife contacts you. And you
for like 5 years.
Yeah, and you as no person with any kind of combat skill have to go.
You're a journalist. You're a reporter.
And and everybody shit on the combat in that, and it made perfect sense for the combat.
But man, everything in Silent Hill was a bullet sponge. Unlike Resident Evil, like zombies would go down in like 3 shots.
Yeah.
Silent Hill was bullet sponges.
Okay. Yeah, you didn't really use.
You don't fight. You run.
Okay. Yeah, you.
Just listen
for your radio.
I didn't think that when I started playing the beginning of Resident Evil, I didn't think I was the main character. Like he got he was getting fucked up. I thought his hand got chopped off. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking die. I'm not the main character. Mm-hmm. Like it's gonna cut to the main character.
So we got here. We watched people die just to watch another person die. Now we play the real story.
Yeah, I played the demo before that, and it was Clancy and his crew, and like And then you go and you're Ethan, and I thought it wasn't the main character. Yeah, it blew my fucking mind.
Let's talk about that opening. Like when you're the beautiful scene with the bayou.
The opening scene is
gorgeous.
I was like, holy fuck, this game looks
Is
good.
it real or not? Like,
right?
The video part.
Because he's driving like a Camaro.
I think that was actual video.
Yeah,
I think that was filmed and they kind of
his parking
transition.
I think so too.
Yeah, his parking situation was shit. Fuck it.
This door's locked. I'll go right back.
Also, I'm a little disappointed that he had a friend that he could have brought with him. Like, I'm gonna tell you guys. If I have to go find my dead wife, one of you's coming fucking with me.
Deal.
Because I'm not going to go by myself. I'm not going to do it. I'm not an idiot.
Based off this game in Silent Hill, I'm not going. Like, I'm sorry.
I'll go with you. Hold my beer.
All right. Thank you.
But, I mean, so you go in and he's like, well, there's a bunch of dead women here. Because here's their driver's license.
Yeah.
You find her driver's license.
You find, yeah.
And then you go in and you start finding the files.
And then you see spooky bald man walk by. I guess hey, he must own this place. So let me go see what he's doing.
Yeah. God, but it's so creepy too, and it works. Like you're like this is kind of stupid. Why?
No noise. Didn't even crank.
And then he's
audio.
gone. You're like, where could he have possibly gone?
And that part worked for me because I literally same thing happened to me later in the game. I might mention it later. But like turning the corner, and because I didn't check the gate before I went to talk, it's like, okay, that's the direction I have to go. But I'm gonna go explore down this way.
Oh, yeah.
I like turned the corner and looked and saw him just kind of
whoop.
Mine. I was like, I literally stopped, turned around and went back to check.
You stopped, went back to your car.
Can I just leave?
This is locked.
Fuck this bitch. Yeah,
That's what I'm getting at about a lot of that. I don't know how many days Ethan was there because he had enough time to get his keys, move his car into the garage.
Which wouldn't take much time, though. They could have done it by that nightfall. And the cop scene with the whole fight during the night.
I don't know.
What even caused the cop to come?
I feel like the game even tells you at a certain point.
A lot of noise complaints.
Yeah.
They had a lot of noise complaints.
In the fucking bayou.
Yeah.
But then again, like, like everything's supposed to be like, oh, look at this spooky house. But if you guys have never been to Louisiana, there's a lot of spooky looking like colonial houses in Louisiana that are just that you think is garbage, and there's fucking people living in them.
I want to see those houses. That sounds cool.
Was there a lot of plantations?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a big slave area, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm. Louisiana, Georgia, Alabama, Arkansas, Missouri. A lot of, if you want colonial plantation houses, that's the way to go.
Which is, I think the game did a great, because if you played
it feels colonial.
Did you play the demos? Great. Anybody?
I didn't ever play the demo.
Okay.
Yeah.
The demo, you're in a, and it's not even accurate of what the final game was.
Just let's go and draw.
They
Shut the fuck.
It seems like it was going to be set in just one little tiny house.
Yeah, I expected it to be like one of those sprawling manors.
Yeah, like the original, like RE1. Yeah,
down. I thought it was going to go down.
Yeah, I thought eventually, like, within the first 2 hours, you get done with the mansion, you find the secret compartment to go down to the laboratory in the basement, and there we go. Now we're playing Resident Evil.
Turns out there's like 3 houses and an underground area, and it.
Well, yeah.
Oh my god,
that second house, man,
and a quarry, and a quarry too.
Yeah, the mine area. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that shit was. That was more of a. That's where it started being Resident Evil. Like Resident Evil.
It was the boat for me. Yeah, the ship.
The quarry was the
spider lady. Once that spider lady dug out of the tunnel, and that was Resident Evil for me. I was like, no.
I saw him scream and tried to leave the room.
Okay, now what happened at that point was, do you remember whatever I was about to approach the door with the Scorpion key or whatever it was?
The Scorpion King. That's the rock.
Key.
It's key.
I don't think it fits. Try to fit the rock in the door.
I would love to see this game play with the rock.
I want to see the rock play this game.
I'd watch the rock do anything in the world. I don't care.
But you remember whenever I looked around the corner and she was not, and that spider lady was not there, and then I went to the door and she appeared out of nowhere.
Oh yeah, because I tried to warn him. I didn't mean to, because like I backtracked. I was like, don't go up the stairs, because don't go up the stairs. Yeah. And he went the right way, but then he came back to the stairs. He forgot what I said, and he went up the stairs, and she fucking pops down. It's like, she says whatever. She's like,
spooky spook.
She says some fucking gross. Not old lady shit, because she shouldn't be saying that, and like, shit, he turned around his chair and started to leave, and Ivy jumped up like, what the fuck? It was great. It was because that's what it's supposed to do.
Yeah, the cat one is the worst. The cat one. It was,
I think that's why I live here now, is because Resident Evil 7. Yeah,
and the ghosts.
Yeah, the ghosts.
But
that is something I do like about the beginning, is it feels supernaturally. It doesn't feel
it's
like
not at all.
It's
sci-fi.
You don't learn the Resident Evilness of it, the bioterror of it, until later on.
Like the last mission.
Yeah. Really. So it goes from Paranormal Activity to Resident Evil.
Let's talk a little bit more about the cast.
Yeah,
we got a little bit of a tangent.
Yeah, we're jumping around a lot.
We talked a little bit about Mia.
Fuck that old lady.
Mia.
What? Yeah, let's finish up Mia.
I don't necessarily like the way. Sorry, I'm gonna take over on Resident Evil 7 now.
Go ahead. Fucking do it.
No. I don't necessarily like. Mia's a great character, and it was cool when later in the game when you take on as her and you learn her story.
The Black Ops scientist.
Yeah, I enjoyed that part, because at that point it was already a Resident Evil game. It's fine.
Yeah.
But like early in the game, you're like, why is this bitch not know what's going on? Why is she not telling me anything? It's really frustrating. You're irritated.
Yeah, you're irritated because she's like, I'm gonna hack you to fucking pieces. I love you.
Yeah, and you're like, I
love you.
What is going on right now? Because a Resident Evil game hasn't really dealt with that.
No.
Yeah. This
a
split.
woman's mood swings.
Yeah, pretty much.
We have not dealt with that.
You're like, is she possessed? What's going on? Like, why is she acting like this? Why does she get fucking crazy looking?
And she kind of is possessed, right?
Kind of, yeah. Well, yeah.
It's like mind control.
I really like
it's a psychic thing.
Right, the scene where she cuts your head off whenever you're going up that window, that ladder.
Oh,
and then she just comes through there, and you're like, oh.
I died the first time.
Yeah,
and then I realized I should not keep climbing. I should get down and run.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she can't.
Which is a fucking amazing thing of that game. Is that...
Oh yeah, she takes bullets to the head like a champ.
Yeah.
She's just like...
And she runs at you and you're... It's
like she's been
scary,
taking stuff
man.
in the face for years.
It's scary. It's scary. Stop it. I feel like the Japanese and English translation was a little weird, like the way she moved her head and the way she talked, and some of even the
animation.
Yeah, versus what in American or in English it would sound like it didn't line up right.
The lip sync was
Resident Evil's always been a strange thing to me because this is a Japanese game set in America, and
they do that for every game,
and sometimes I don't think they understand what America is. Like sometimes I don't think that they.
I think so too. Yeah, because they purposely set their games in our country.
-4, which was in Spain.
Yeah, but the main characters are all American.
Yeah, they're all American.
Yeah. Like the director of Resident Evil loves America, basically. Although he did kill our president, but the
zombie president,
yeah,
President
Evil. See, but yeah, I felt like that was a little awkward and it came off weird. But other than that, Mia's a good character.
Yeah,
you learn more about Mia than you do Ethan by any.
Yeah.
You
I
never.
I don't know what Ethan does for a job. He has a sweet ass Camaro.
He's got a nice amount of clothes. His clothes are nice.
Yeah,
I would argue that Mia is the main character of the game. I would absolutely argue that, and
that's
Ethan
frustrating because you play Ethan for the most
to tell
part.
her story.
Yeah.
Ethan is bumbling around telling me a story.
Yeah, I could see that.
So okay. This is another tangent, but let's keep on going with the cast. So the family.
Oh, I fucking love the family.
The only thing that I do not like about the family is, and I don't know if it's addressed in the DLC, but the brother.
Yeah. The brother just a crazy hightails it out,
and he just disappears.
Okay,
he's Jeff.
That's fucking crazy because I saw him on the game and I almost sent a picture of Saba being like, "That's fucking Jeff." Whew. Anyways, I love every member of that family. They're all fucking because we're from the South, of course.
Yeah,
we're
not from the deep South, but we have that kind of Southern drawl.
Yeah, we do.
I ain't know what you talk about, man. I'm gonna go over here and go outside.
It's just we hide it very well.
Yeah, sometimes
they take that stereotype and they make it creepy.
Yeah,
the father or daddy. I feel it sounds like
Walter
Jack.
White.
Is it Jack?
It's Jack. It's Jack.
I call him Walter White.
What do you call him?
Grandpa, whatever I feel like.
Grandpa something or another.
I call him
Paul Jenkins. Paul Jenkins.
I just call him fuck because that's what I did. Anytime he came for me, it's like, fuck
this.
That gun ain't gonna do you no good, boy.
You better run, boy. Yeah, I loved every second of it. Cause
I'm sorry. Angry, and he's a tall dude, too. He's big. Angry big guy with a fucking,
shovel!
Axe?
He's just using a shovel, not even an axe.
No, I'm not going to fuck with that guy.
No, he's creepy.
No, did you see what he did to that cop with just a shovel?
He broke through that wall at the beginning, and I'm like, shit, this is reminding me of the Nemesis. Fuck this, I'm out.
Yeah. Nemesis was 10 times better than that guy. Let me tell you why, because you can at least shoot that guy, and he'd go down. Yeah. And you know you don't have to worry about him for at least an hour.
Jack would go down if you shot him.
But you will have to
But did you have enough bullets? I didn't. I don't think I did. I didn't try it, but I would have.
I killed him one time upstairs after I got the
tape.
Okay, no, I dodged him every time.
It was right after I got the shotgun. I got one good to the face, and he just fell over.
I really fucked that up because I went to that bathroom first before I got any other piece of the Cerberus puzzle.
Yeah,
I went to that bathroom.
Threw you backwards. You're like, fuck this.
Yeah, and that is actually where the cat story comes in. Because he opens that door, or helps me open that door.
Yeah, he helps you.
And then he grabs me, and this is scared the fuck out of me. Then at the same time, I got Esper running behind me going, meow, and then jumps up and lands perfectly on my arm.
I didn't know your cat's name Esper.
Yeah, his name's Esper.
That's sweet.
It is nice. And so he lands on my shoulder, and I, in a rocket of piss and fury, fucking rocket him off into another room. And I didn't play the game for a while. I was like, no.
He did. He's not lying. I think he started playing when I came over the next day.
A little bit.
That's all right. So okay, so
the
Walter
family
White's done.
He is the best.
Oh,
They
yeah,
couldn't have done better. I don't think.
I think
he
he's
was
the
a good
shining.
intro.
Zoe's cool. I wish I would know more about her though.
Yeah. I like hearing about him before all this crap
Zoe
happens.
Ever. But,
I have to in my second playthrough. I'm going to choose Zoe to see what happens, but of course I chose Mia because why would you choose Zoe? She was nice and she helped you get through, but she was also kind of a bitch. But Mia's your wife, you know. You gotta save her.
I just didn't trust Zoe because every single time she's like, "Oh, I'd be here. I'm right upstairs." You go upstairs. The fuck is Zoe?
Yeah.
Where the fuck?
Well, he would even say that. He'd be like, "Dude, where the fuck are you?"
And
You're
again,
dumb.
like
she has some excuse.
He says it.
Yeah.
Zoe, but at the end when you choose your option, like I felt bad, like because she was hurt by it.
Yeah, you could tell she was like, I guess
it turns out she's fucking normal.
Yeah. She's
I was
just
like, shit.
She's like, I've lived with this all my life. Guess I'm gonna have to live with it some more.
Yeah.
But it wasn't.
That sucked. But
I think she committed suicide.
I do think the overall story is very sad. I think that game is very sad.
That's the one part in the game where you get the choice.
Yeah,
and that choice is a good choice.
I thoroughly believe that unless it says otherwise somewhere in the game or lore somewhere, I think she commits suicide afterwards because you even say, "I'll send help for you." And she's like, "No, there won't be anybody here when they get here."
Yeah, that's true.
So I think that she just goes inside and commits suicide.
I could see that.
Maybe, yeah, I can see that. I don't think so though. I think that she's just like, "Fuck this, I'm not gonna be here. Fuck you. You killed the dad. I'm out." You did. You already killed. You killed Daddy. You know?
She could have just left. At that point, did you kill Daddy at that point?
Yeah, you shoved the fucking serum into his eye. It was
okay.
done.
So you already did the
it's
big
right.
fire.
It's literally right after that. That's when you do the options.
Right. Yeah.
It is literally right after that.
Yeah, you kill him because you do birthday. You happy birthday part 2.
Yeah. And then you like stab him in the eye with the serum, and that's why they're like, you got to choose one of us. And then you're like, well, I'm gonna choose Mia because I don't fucking know who the hell you are. And
wait, the serum was just so you could get that girl out of their head, right?
Yeah.
That's what it did.
And it cures their...
It cures that infection.
Their infection.
Because it's all a bio weapon. None of this is supernatural. It's a bio weapon.
But then
I mean, it's supernatural still.
What happens when you kill the little girl anyway? Like at the end,
the little girl.
What happens when
she's
you kill
a
her
bioweapon
anyway?
too? What?
Doesn't that solve the whole issue anyway?
What?
Of the serum. Like
Not
if she's dead, then she can't really be
because it's
because
virus.
You still have that virus in you. You can still pass it.
Because if you notice, the main enemies of the game, like the things you fight, are the molded.
Yeah.
It's a mold. It's not they're not ghosts. They're not just weird gooey creatures. They're mold.
Yeah.
Which is a real thing that we deal with. And what I'm saying is it's an organism. Like it's real.
I get what you're saying.
Right.
He's saying if you kill the little girl.
I was just asking if you
does
kill
that
her.
solve the mold?
I don't think
and
so.
I wouldn't think it
I don't think so
not
either.
the mold, but I meant mostly like the whole mind control and
it might solve the mind control, but it still doesn't change the fact that Zoe could have those transformative powers.
Yeah, just like Ethan. Ethan has them in him. Mm-hmm. It's an incubation kind of. It's in you still. So if they just
Ethan and Zoe both could have been taken by Umbrella and been reverse engineered to create a new virus.
Yeah, this is very Resident Evil for them to do.
yeah. And which I guess that leaves open.
It does leave it open.
Okay,
but,
so
let's talk about old Meemaw Zephyr.
Marguerite.
Just popping up wherever.
Yeah.
So you go into the balcony. You go into. Are you talking about the actual grandma?
Yeah. No, Mom.
Marguerite.
Marguerite.
But speaking of the grandma, she is a great atmosphere of the game. And then of course there's a reason she's there and all this shit. But she is a great I
like how you point your gun at her and you're like, okay, I can't kill an old lady. I can't kill an old lady. She's not doing anything.
Yeah.
So
he looks at you. I don't like the way she looks at you.
It's creepy as fuck, but you're like, I can't just kill her.
More than her just being there and just not doing anything, it would always bother me. I'm like, okay, you're up the stairs right there.
Yep.
I'm going to walk down this hallway. how the fuck did you get down here
and that's a
before me?
And that's a lot of it. You know, we're talking spoilers here a lot. You know, she's a little girl.
Yeah.
She might have not have been there in the first place. That could have been a reason why you're so calm. She could have been changing up just your emotions the entire game.
Yeah, I can see that.
I like to think that, and I actually think that old lady is actually the little girl.
It is the little girl.
No. What I'm saying is that she is actually an old lady. She's never been the little girl since.
No, I don't think that because there's dossiers that you can read.
They're like she's E301 or whatever.
No. She hyper aged.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like even the brother or whatever, Lucas, he was like, she's growing gray hair and it's weird. Which he's the one character that we don't really know about.
Are you saying that you try to want to think of them as separate entities at this point? Because
No.
they kind of are, aren't they?
No, they're the same.
They are the same, but they are also you see a little girl and you see an old woman.
The old woman has the old woman is the actual.
Yeah, she's
the
actual,
monster.
But she's
the little girl is her psychic
projection.
Yeah.
Because like you kill the little girl at the end, you get to her or whatever, and then she becomes this monster.
And then you turn her into poop. You turn her into fucking goo.
Yeah. but this whole time she just
what's her name? Emily?
Evelyn.
Evelyn. Yeah.
I knew it was an E.
And Grandma's in none of the pictures.
Yeah.
And like, that's what's so creepy.
Well, you read some notes and like there's notes like she should be taking her medicine and shit like that, but it really doesn't tell you anything about her. You're just like, oh, okay, she's odd and she'd be taking her medicine,
but those are dated way in the past.
Yeah.
Like those are almost dated like it was their old not her, but a different grandmother.
Right.
Yeah.
You know.
So, how long had all the disappearances been going on?
For like a few years, right?
Probably about 3, I assume, because that's when Mia went missing. So
it had to be at least 3 years.
I'm guessing.
I thought all the stuff was from way back, all the news clippings, or did I just assume?
You see, I think a lot of that's red herrings. I think a lot of that's like, hey, there's missing people, and you read about it, and you're like, well, you know, people fucking go missing.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of that, I think that's red herrings to try to show you like, oh, this might have been going on longer, but then you figure out that this is just a family. This shit just happened to these people.
Yeah, especially at the scene where like Jack Baker he's still looking crazy, but he was like, "This isn't us.
Yeah,
we didn't. This isn't what we wanted. It's her doing this to us." And you're like.
At that point,
I really want to find out more about the family before the occurrence.
DLC 2. It's called Daughters, the main part of it, and that's what it's about. It's right before this incident happened. You learn about them.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
Yeah.
Now PS4 only has those, right?
For now, right?
For now, yeah, I think so. I know the first one especially, but I couldn't tell you on the second one. I think so, though.
I think by the end of March, everybody has it.
I hope so. I mean, I hate this exclusivity thing, but
I think it's fine. I mean, they got to sell games somehow.
Yeah. I guess so. I guess so, yeah.
So I think that was good for characters. What do you want to talk about next? I think we've hit like
no. Hold on, one more character.
Okay.
Big spoiler. If you didn't play, I mean, if you haven't played it, you're gonna big spoiler. Redfield.
Are you talking about Chris? Goddamn Redfield.
I don't think it's Chris. I don't think it's fucking Chris.
Why don't you think it's Chris?
Because first of all, he doesn't fucking look like him.
He does just say Redfield.
He does say Redfield. I know he doesn't look like him. He works for Umbrella.
He works for Umbrella.
Has Chris ever mentioned a brother?
No. The only thing he's got is Claire.
But there has been cloning. That game has hinted in cloning.
And I saw an interesting theory online that it is Hunk.
Oh, it's Hunk.
Hunk from all the other games, like the mercenary modes.
Is he a Redfield?
We don't know. He's just called Hunk.
Yeah, he's just called
Hunk. He could be a clone of Chris Redfield.
And Hunk's never shown he's works for Umbrella.
Yeah.
That would be sweet!
Right? And that's gonna be free DLC called Not a Hero. Probably action-y from the sound of it. But maybe not. But probably will be.
I would be alright with that.
Yeah.
At this point, I don't care. I just want to know, like, who's this guy?
I think the most likely explanation is that it is Chris. They just didn't want to be like, oh yeah, I'm Chris Redfield. But I don't know much about the series. It could be
get
more.
Him a boulder. See what he does with it.
He didn't punch a boulder.
Yeah. With the Umbrella Chopper and dropping the Wesker, That was really interesting.
That's true. Yeah, the weapon was called Albert 01. Yeah, and that's a Wesker thing. And Chris wouldn't drop that shit. He wouldn't have anything to do with Albert Wesker. He hates him.
At this point, he works for the BSAA.
Yeah, he works for the BSAA.
Chris is definitely anti-Umbrella. They're not going to be like, oh, hey, we're the new Umbrella, we're good guys. And he's going to be like, okay, yeah, no, I'll work for you. No, it's not going to happen. Okay. Probably. I wouldn't think so.
That would be neat. I would like to see that as a clone.
At this point,
yes.
Isn't Umbrella officially like done right now?
Umbrella died in Code Veronica.
So Umbrella's dead, but they've just been
they have other companies.
They're still good. Like they're just like licking their wounds or getting ready.
The way I imagine like Engine was in Jurassic World. How it's still around. It's different. Kind of a different brand, but they're still in the same business.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Speaking of, if you want to compare him to a Chris Redfield, he looks like Chris Redfield from Resident Evil 1.
Yeah.
Or the pitch from Resident Evil 2. Obviously, when he went to 5, he was this buff fucking... He's the Chris Redfield that we know recently. And if he was a clone of Chris Redfield, I would imagine he's the clone of that Chris Redfield. Because that's what he looks most like.
Now, this is some... this out of the ballpark stuff.
It didn't work for Resident Evil movies, and cloning will not work for this either.
I think it would work okay. Especially if they come out and say it's Hunk, then that's really
because Hunk's been a character in every game almost.
But let's not have a billion Mila Jovovich running around.
That's stupid. Yeah.
Okay, so Hunk is this secret agent basically that he's
bioengineered.
Yeah, he always wore a mask, and he's only ever available in other than you'll see him in some documents.
Number 2 was the one that you could really get him in.
Yeah, because he's in Mercenaries.
Talking about tofu. Okay. Talking about tofu. It's a big walking piece of tofu.
That's the story of tofu. All right. But Mercenaries mode, you'd be like, I gotta get through Raccoon City. I gotta get this item for Umbrella and get. Wherever I'm supposed to get. That's what Hunk did.
You were a special ops.
Yeah, and there's a lot of backstory for Hunk, and the Gun Survivor series deals with him some. And there's a picture in the Gun Survivor series, might be Resident Evil 3 actually. One of them, you see a picture of his face, and it looks like this Chris Redfield that we see, or this Redfield that we see.
Okay.
So I don't know.
That would be kind of neat.
That's the thing I'm most excited for. But yeah, other than characters, I think that covers them all, yeah.
Yep.
You don't see any really familiar faces other than him.
And of course you have the mold, but those aren't really characters. No. Do we want to talk about the cop?
I do.
He's just a random cop, really.
I mean, would you call them mold characters, or is that a game mechanic? Because
I think they were great monsters, but there wasn't enough variety. So it did take away from the horror.
There was 4 varieties.
I think so.
Fatty mold, standard mold, knife hand mold, and fast mold.
Yeah, the
liquor mold.
Yeah, the little liquor ones.
Yeah.
I just got that on 4.
But then, and that took away from it, I think.
But we didn't get to see the cop changing into a mold.
Did he ever actually turn into one? I don't remember fighting him.
But he's halfway molded.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that was really fucking cool.
That was the grossest part of the game.
Oh, sticking your hand into his...
Yeah. That reminded me of Saw.
Yeah.
And when I was doing it, I actually moved the camera. I was like, "Nope, I'm not watching."
Actually, that whole segment reminded me a lot of Saw. Up to the first boss fight.
I'll tell you, I hated going into the basement. Despised it.
Yeah,
because there was always more mold down there. Always had to deal with more bullshit. Hard.
Yeah.
So.
Once you get that first repair kit and get that other handgun.
You see, I never got that.
You never got what?
I didn't get the better handgun until toward the end of the game.
I didn't get it at all in the beginning of the game. Or in my first playthrough.
He had to show me where.
Yeah, because I was following a guide to get all the coins. Because the first playthrough, I didn't know that was a thing. I was like, why is this a broken handgun? Okay, I'm just throwing my chest.
Garbage.
Yeah. And I beat the game later, and then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get all the coins this time.
Did you get the broken shotgun?
I used it to get the real shotgun.
But that's how I done it too.
But then you can get the wooden shotgun to get the broken shotgun.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, and I just put it in my chest because I was like, "What the fuck's this for?"
I never found the other repair kit. So
I assumed I would have found something that would fix it, but I never did. So I was like, "Okay."
I found one repair kit and it was under a baby doll's head.
And there's one underneath the porch.
Yeah, that's the only one I found.
And I didn't find that one.
Yeah,
that's the crazy part. Especially you play a demo, like you get random items that you don't use. Like for a long time in the demos, like the dummy hand wouldn't do anything. It doesn't do any it's not a thing in the main game, but in the demo they eventually made it do something to where like you do like a murder mystery. But that's not in the main game, so it got real fucking confusing for people who play the demo. You're expecting this and not this, and it's completely different.
So, do we want to talk about the theme of the game? I think we've hit it, like the spooky, scary parts, and
you can tell they took inspiration from PT.
Yeah,
which is great since Konami's a piece of shit.
Everything looks wet. Everything looks like it's been in the bayou, and it's
I think the atmosphere and the graphics both are they're great. They're perfect.
Yep.
Molded.
I thought the graphics were a little bit.
Well, Okay, I'll tell you. I hear the Xbox One guys get shit for the graphics.
Really?
Our graphical pop-in and texture quality is nothing compared to you guys.
Yeah, it's not.
You guys.
I didn't have a single pop-in.
Yeah, we do. Xbox One's weird. Xbox One's graphical has issues compared to the PS4 and the PC.
I wonder why.
It's a weaker machine. It just is. Okay. It's just plain and Jane a weaker machine. Xbox One S's
Fallout had the same.
Fallout has the same issue. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, but Xbox One S's do run the game a little bit better, but not that much better.
So you're telling me that if I go buy an Xbox One S when I get my taxes soon, it's not going to be as good as my PS4?
You have a PS4, so if I was you, I would buy all of your third-party games and your first-party games on your PS4 and buy your exclusives on your Xbox.
Yeah. Wow.
Unless it's Overwatch. Overwatch runs phenomenal on every platform.
It's a Blizzard game.
Yeah, it's a fucking Blizzard game. It's going to run phenomenal.
It's going to run great. I don't care what system you're on.
But, unless you just want to play with us.
Right, that's why I'm buying an Xbox anyways.
Yeah, and Halo 5 looks amazing. I actually think it's probably the best-looking game on the system.
From what I played,
I'm not going to argue that. It's really good.
But anyway, let's get back to the Resident Evil.
Yeah.
The water in Halo 5's game. Anyway.
The water makes me just...
Oh, man. Speaking of water, the scene where, God, I wish you guys played the demo. In the demo, you play the news crew. You get to go through the video. There's the same video.
Which it's from a different perspective, right?
Not the video. The rest of the game part is, but the video, the actual derelict house video, you see the news crew, what is it called? Gator something or whatever.
You see, we get to play the haunted house crew.
Yeah. That's what they're called. They're called Gators.
Ghost hunter kind of.
That's basically what they are. Yeah. You play the video is the exact same. You see you're Clancy, of course. That's the cameraman's name. You're Clancy. You're following him. You go down the thing. You see
dude on the meat hook.
Yeah, the producer. You see him on the meat hook, and you're like, oh fuck. It scares 5-year-olds. Just so you know, I learned that.
Who would have thought?
Yeah, but then
30-year-olds too.
You get to go down there in the main game because you don't get to do that in this because the ladder's gone. In the main game, you go down there, of course, and then you go through the water and you find the producer. Yeah, and that shit was awesome.
He just jumped. He just goes blue, man.
But he's not a monster or anything. You're just
he's just a dead guy.
Yeah. Fuck! This is wrong. I should not be in this area. And
that scene reminded me a lot of Tomb Raider, because you do that a lot in Tomb Raider, just wading through water that you probably shouldn't be wading.
Yeah, you're like, this is not. I'm gonna get a disease.
Going back a second, Rise the Tomb Raider is the best looking game on
the system. That is so beautiful.
I can't
Rise is beautiful.
I have to pay full price for it because I have a PS4.
It is a beautiful game.
I want to play it really bad. I love the original.
But... You guys ever seen As Above, So Below?
Yeah.
There's a lot of claustrophobic scenes in that movie that made me think a lot of Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Just the claustrophobia.
Or the Descent.
Yeah, the Descent.
Resident Evil, I don't think 7 hit that amount of claustrophobia, but you definitely felt that.
Yeah.
Especially
the first half, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, at a certain point.
Before it turns into an action movie.
Yeah.
Like the scares just drop off. I thought, again, they come back on the ship mission because you're like,
because you have nothing.
Fuck, I'm down to like 2 shots and a pistol.
That's a different kind of fear. So when you're Ethan, all the fear is your environment, and when you're to Maya, you know that when you're Mia, you know you're a badass. You're a special ops scientist, umbrella, fucking kill anything in my way.
I didn't get that from her, but yeah,
that's what I felt.
That's fair.
In the video, I felt like a fucking just
machine gun
toting.
I felt a little bit like that because they kept giving you all these awesome weapons, but at the same time, I felt like she was more of a caretaker than she was a badass. She's obviously trained. So, like, I wasn't like, oh, she doesn't know what she's doing like Ethan, but she wasn't necessarily like Albert.
I thought of her as Sigourney Weaver in Alien.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, when everyone's dead, you're the last one alive. You gotta
get out.
You gotta get out.
Yeah.
You gotta take care of the shit.
Yeah.
So then, like, Sigourney Weaver's character was very weak until the end of that movie. Then she turns on.
Yeah.
And the same way happens with
Mia.
As soon as the shit hits the fan, it's like, all right,
you gotta get survival mode. Yeah. She did. Yeah. But she forgot. But
but I don't know, Justin, you've not been talking much. What you?
About what?
SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I know we're on Resident Evil. I mean, I think she's. I mean, that's a good reference to it.
Well, how do you feel about the Resident Evil series? Like, have you played them all, or what's your history with it?
I've played every one of them except I even played some of the shitty rail shooters they made. A lot of good story comes out of those. Some of them I didn't play all of them. Only one of the real series I really didn't finish was Veronica, and that was because that game's insane. That game
is hard,
fucking hard.
Like I said, that's my game. These are my games, and I had a hard time with Code Veronica.
Favorite's gonna be
she
Resident
cut
Evil.
herself and threw lava blood at people.
Yeah.
The fuck.
It seems like they tried to they went back to their roots on this, and they tried to throw some nemesis in there with all the people coming back and trying to kill you thing. It seems a lot worse than Nemesis. I was able to, it seems like every fight with Nemesis, it was staged for you to win. Like you
had a rocket launcher.
Yeah,
with like 2 rockets in it.
Yeah, you have a rocket launcher, all this, and here you've got.
I jumped out the window.
I mean, you can do that.
I love those options.
Yeah,
Resident Evil 3 is probably my favorite out of them.
If you don't choose quick enough, you die anyway.
Yeah.
It was really good. But 7's great. I love it. I hate it, but I hate it for the reasons that it.
You hate it in the right ways.
I hate it because it's so good at what it does, and what it does is it makes me just
uncomfortable.
Scary.
So you guys want to talk about gameplay a little bit?
Yeah.
So that's my big poo-poo about it.
Really?
I think the aiming's terrible. The aim's poop. I feel like running isn't that much faster than walking.
It's not.
No.
But it probably shouldn't be for a scare factor.
Yeah.
For a realistic factor, like, what the fuck's wrong with Ethan? He's a skinny dude. He should be running faster.
Yeah. But I don't know. I feel like that's where the game suffers.
I think though, if you could run a lot quicker, they'd have to make the house a lot bigger.
Yeah,
right.
Because to make up for that difference, and you being able to I'm fucking running. Well, now you have a couple of rooms to walk through instead of just having.
Plus, they'd have to scale their speed, so you probably wouldn't really come out ahead. You're just doing the same thing.
Here's what I think that the game should have had. I almost think the game should have had like an adrenaline shot, like an ability that's something put in your inventory to give you a faster run speed for like 10 seconds. You should have had and it'd be super scarce.
So instead of it like right bumper to hill, which I think some of the button mapping was a little bit weird to me. I feel
also agree.
I didn't have that problem, but
that's especially bad on PC.
I guess I could see that, but I didn't have it.
PC has one major flaw. If you are a fan of Bethesda at all, you will be particularly fucked by this because C is crouch and control is medicine.
Oh shit!
And whenever you would like to crouch, I would be dousing myself in medicine all day.
I accidentally hit medicine a couple times on controller too. So
yep. I wasted all of mine on lady crotch explosion fight.
Oh yeah, the Spider Woman.
Marguerite.
Yeah.
As far as the aiming goes, I never had a problem with that, but that's
I think aiming was fine. It wasn't assisted. Which is fine. I didn't want it to be.
I was using a mouse, so like
really,
it's not as bad. I don't. I feel like if I was using a mouse, I have a
like with the pistol and the molded. I just be like,
which is fun because you're a guy who doesn't use weapons.
Well, yeah, but I also feel like.
Although I think also by the end, I don't know if it's that I was just getting better or if the game started helping you out a little bit. By the end, after you've been using your guns for a while, I felt like the aiming was better.
I think you're getting better.
The game didn't help you, so I mean I can't say that for sure, but I don't think the game helped you. I think you just got better at it because it is different. It's not Halo. It's not Overwatch, Mass Effect, whatever. It's its own thing, and it might not be the most smooth at first because it's not. It's a horror game, so you're not good at it.
But
I don't think your character's trained in guns and shit.
I would counter that with Alien Isolation and the guns in it. Yeah. Same. It's the guns don't do you any good against the alien, but at least you can aim it. Like I still count that as a negative to me. The aiming.
I think the aiming's garbage too.
I mean, I guess maybe, but I didn't feel uncomfortable doing it though. When I missed a shot, I was just mostly like, "Fuck! I missed the shot. I only have so many bullets," and like, I think that helped with the horror aspect.
Okay. Matt couldn't go into bats, and that's why he's mad.
That's called a callback with professional podcasting.
I use the mouse, and I think that really helps.
That's almost easy mode.
Well, I mean, I have this controller in here I could have used, but I don't want to. I paid for that mouse and that keyboard.
I know, buddy. It's fucking okay. Goddamn.
PC Master Race.
So
I wouldn't
boss fights.
I thought each of the boss fights were really good.
Yeah, I thought they were all different enough, and they all had their own weaknesses.
The only thing I would say that was weak as a boss fight, not weak as in a weakness, but like the last boss fight.
Yeah.
And the only reason I say that is because it was obviously made for VR.
Which one?
The actual
Wesker fight.
The Wesker. Okay. Yeah.
That is obviously made for VR. But saying that, I'm not saying it wasn't a good boss fight because it was. I was fine with it.
It reminded me.
I was scared. I was like, why? Like I'm gonna fucking die and I can't heal myself. And
it reminded me a lot.
I keep shooting and it's not working. But
it reminded me a lot of the end of Modern Warfare, the first one. Whenever you get shot and you're like laying on the bridge, you have one gun just trying to.
You're trying to aim for him.
And it's just I thought I thought they did it well. I'm not saying it's a bad thing because, again, like you use up your ammo during that fight, and then when you're laying there, like I have 2 shots left, I'm about to die. Like I'm gonna die. And I screwed myself. I can't do it. And then they come in and help you out. And I was like, okay, that's cool. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, that scene made me a little sick because of the movement. But everything was everything seemed to work out okay.
I don't know that you're trying to get with VR if that kind of stuff makes you.
I know. I'm wondering myself.
I don't think you could ever play VR. I think you should never buy one. It sounds like you'll puke all over there.
Try mine before you buy. Because mine's a really shitty model of it.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I feel like Marguerite's fight was amazing.
Yeah, I actually
it made me it made me uncomfortable.
The weak fight for me was blown out full evolved Peepaw. Like that was the fight that I didn't like with all the eyes.
It was annoying. I thought that was annoying
because there was one eye on the bottom.
Yeah,
of it that
it was hard to get.
Yeah,
I had to look up a guide. Like, why is he not dying? What am I supposed to do? And they're like, it's just you guys should.
I just don't think that eye should be there. Like, I don't think that's a good placement.
No,
I would have rather had one on his back.
Yeah,
but I mean, like an additional one or something.
The way he never positioned himself all that. I mean, I don't want to say never because obviously he can do it, but like. He didn't position himself well enough to where you're like, oh shit, there's an eyeball right there.
That fight's supposed to be like a oh shit, things are going down, have to do this.
Yeah.
And then when you get to that last eye, everything's still running the same speed, but you're just dodging until you get that opportunity.
I noticed,
and it doesn't feel good.
I will say when you took out his eyes, his actual eyes, like
he freaked the fuck out.
He can't see though. Like you can easily dodge him.
Yeah.
Although I did get knocked in the water quite a bit, and it was scary. Because you jump, you're like, boom,
well, like the first time I got knocked in the water, it killed me, and as I was falling, like I think he was either coming back down or he started to crawl up again. And I saw the eye on his stomach, and I was like, "Oh, okay." So shot him with the grenade launcher, and then hopped down and just waited on him to come up and down. And every single time, I just pop. Okay, all the eyes are dead.
Okay,
beat a second try.
It took me. I think it took me 2 tries. I think I did it in the second try. But it was hard on that second try still, because like just trying to find all the eyeballs, because there's a lot.
Too. Every boss fight took me 2 tries except for chainsaw fight.
Chainsaw fight took me a while.
That took me.
I died the first time.
I hear this a lot from people. Like either you do the chainsaw fight, no problem, or it takes you multiple.
It took me a while.
It took me the second time because I just didn't realize that you can grab the chainsaw.
Oh,
I didn't know. I didn't look. I didn't pay attention.
I had been doing a walkthrough, and I tried not to read ahead. I just wanted the items.
Yeah.
And I had ended up scrolling down a little too far, and I read and on the one I was following. It's like, don't even bother shooting him. Just save your fucking ammo.
Yeah, just kick a body at him.
I don't know. That's how I ended up doing it. Like I picked up the chainsaw, and then just no, because I would start out emptying my pistol into his head, knock him down one good time. And shoot him with the shotgun while he's down, and then he goes against the chainsaw, and I killed him in like two swabs.
I want one of those fucking chainsaws he has. It's just cool.
The scissors.
Yeah.
The chainsaw we get sucks.
Yeah, we get like a brush saw.
Yeah, and
best line in the game. Best line in the game. He grabs his chainsaw. He's like groovy. He's like, that's not groovy.
I just pictured Bruce Campbell just being like.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's good banter.
Yeah.
Good banter is what that was.
Well, hello, Undone Raza?
Raza can't read.
I don't know.
Well, hello, how are you today? Hey. We're talking Resident Evil, and I think we're almost kind of done, unfortunately.
Oh, I got plenty to go.
Okay!
Oh, don't even start.
So, we got boss fights on.
Yeah.
Design.
See,
what do you mean by design?
Like, I mean, like, overall. Like, do you think that they gave what they were trying to do? Do you think that they done what they were
I think this is the best Capcom game that's come out in a while, first of all.
Anything that they tried, anything that they presented, I thought they accomplished.
I mean, in a while.
The mold annoyed me, and I wish they'd just been
Street
zombies.
Fighter 4
Before we get away from that.
Oh, you think so?
I think the mold should have just been zombies. I know that they're supposed to be trying to be different, and that's part of her thing. But to me, it was like, well, this is just a zombie with a different skin.
Yeah, but the zombies couldn't move like that. Like,
would it have been better
zombies
if they would have done like a clone thing? Like the mold would like spit out like a body, kind of like it was all like fucking weird.
Yeah, kind of like how you're saying the cop when you go back in and he's half molded. I wish we could have fought enemies like that.
That was half people because they talk about like getting people. Because that's what the mold is.
There's a whole list of all the people they've caught and what's happened. But it was cool.
And I agree with him kind of, but maybe we take it a step further. Maybe they phoned it in on the enemies. Maybe they did. Maybe Capcom was just like, you know what? We want them all to do this thing, but we want to give them want to give them all. We don't want to take the time to diversify any of this shit. So let's just make this one crawl on its hands and knees, and this one we'll just pump it up,
and then we'll have good boss fights. To make up for that.
Yeah, and I think maybe they phoned it in on the regular because it really doesn't seem like part of the game as much.
And some of it, I've read that the budget for the game they actually scaled way back from what because like 6 was a high budget.
Yeah, it was a high budget game, and I don't understand
why they shot their wad on the wrong game.
Yeah.
I think maybe part of it too was that they were capitalizing on the PT craze that happened because Konami said, "Oh, we're not actually going to make this game that you all fucking loved the demo of," and they were like, "Okay, well."
You mean Konami?
Yeah.
So I thought you said Capcom. I'm sorry.
Oh no,
Capcom.
Capcom was like, "Well, fucking, we have a series that can do that because Silent Hill is just a ripoff of Resident Evil, anyways." Mm-hmm. And they're like, all right, well, we need to bring it back to roots because people were mad about Resident Evil 6. And I think that that's what they did. And maybe they spent not enough time with the enemies. Like you said, it is
except for the family. The family was fleshed out.
Yeah.
Well, in the first Resident Evil, you're introduced to the zombies in a really cool way. You get to see that one just turn around and look right at you after being chased by it and everything. And with the molded, you just turn a corner and there they are.
And there was no
That's
like
true.
like you were saying, they didn't have an intro. Like I literally, my first mold, I like turn the corner and it goes bloop down the ground. I was like,
What
the fuck is that?
That had its own kind of creepiness to it. But the family was our zombie.
Well, that's the thing. What if instead of the mold, why didn't we just get to see more of the family? Like down in the basement, when you was in the basement, why didn't we see the son?
Yeah.
Why didn't we see the son walking around giving you shit?
Mm-hmm. Well, because you know why the son wasn't there, right?
What?
Because he wasn't actually. He's not part of the family. You guys didn't see that file?
No, I guess not.
Okay. Well, spoilers. The son is working for Umbrella.
Oh, so he's the one that's...
He's the one who was like, she's turning gray hair and this is fucking weird. Like, he's obviously got the virus because, he chops his hand off.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The son's working for Umbrella. He's not part of them. That's why he was like, he takes me, he's like, well, no, stand there, do something. Like, he's crazy, obviously, but he's working for the enemy.
Yeah.
Of the enemy.
But still, though, he's infected. We could have seen more of this.
Oh, no, I would have loved the second DLC.
Or anything with Zoe. Like, one scene was like... I know
Zoe was under...
enemy.
Like,
we see her twice.
Like, there's no reason I should care about her.
Within 5 minutes. Like, you see her, boss fight, you see her, gone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I just think that they could have expanded on the family. Like, maybe added, like, one more person to the family. To been like the
basement dweller.
A basement dweller.
That's a fucking 10-hour game. Could have been longer.
I'm okay with the time.
I beat the game in 10 hours, and that's a Resident Evil game. Like they've never been long.
Like I think that the
no, you can beat any Resident Evil game in less than 10 hours.
In less than 3. Yeah. There's unlockables in every Resident Evil game except for this one for beating the game in under 3 hours.
And this one you have to beat it in under 4 and get an achievement.
Yeah. There's a guy that he was telling me about.
There's 90-minute speed runs.
I don't even understand how they do it.
That is you have played this game so much, you know where the script is. You know.
Well, that's not even been out that long. I don't know how you do that.
Yeah.
So, do we want to wrap it up with final thoughts?
I want to talk about the DLC real quick.
Okay.
I didn't play the second one. I've read about it. But okay, so first DLC is there's 3 things in it. First, you get a horde mode. Basically, you're in the basement. There's rounds, but you got to survive till noon or till the next morning, basically.
Okay.
You're Clancy, so it's cool. It's tied in.
Yeah.
You got these things that build scrap, and that's how you get your weapons and stuff. Story-wise, it makes no fucking sense why you'd be able to do that, but whatever. It's a really fucking... It's so fun. It's such a fun mode. I'm not really a horde guy at all.
Is it a single player, or can you play that with other... Is the whole game
single player? It's single player, yeah. Everything in the game single player. Jack will show up occasionally. You gotta fight him twice, I think. And then the rest of the time, it's just regular molded. But, you get points and you unlock stuff, and the more points you get, the more you unlock, and it builds up, and then there's a harder mode even that you could do. Really great mode though. You kind of understand like how Clancy gets to the next part because he survives the night. The next mode is an escape the room kind of thing with Marguerite. So good, such a good puzzle. Like,
okay, I heard it's kind of like you're in bed and she keeps checking on you.
It's like Misery.
And you have to, and so you make noise, and she'll freak out and come into you and be like, "Well, you're fucking out of bed," and she kills you. But if she comes into the room, you gotta move everything that you move back in place and jump in bed.
Yeah,
or she knows you've been up.
It's crazy. It's intense. It's fucking intense. Like, I couldn't do it the first time, and there's actually at one point you're like, you gotta do a shadow puzzle, and I couldn't figure out what item fucking did it, and I had to cheat and look at a guide, but it got hard. But also, like, I died twice, I think, during it, because You do. You have to move every little thing back.
Now,
She's
do
like,
you know who you're playing as?
You're Clancy again.
You're Clancy.
Yeah, because you survive the in the official where you survive the thing at night with the hordes, and because the whole thing with the families, they're just trying to add people to their family. They're obviously trying to kill you too, but they want you to be strong. But so you survive that, and then she gets a hold of you somehow, and so you got to survive this room. You got to escape this room. And you manage to do that, and then that's where it cuts off at the end of the DLC of the first one. You also get an Ethan Must Die mode, which is like a extra hard story mode. It's like permadeath. When you die, you start over the game. There's nothing. No. Yeah, I haven't played it. I can't do that because fuck.
So it's hardcore.
It's very much hardcore. The second DLC, you get a daughters mode where it's about right before they were possessed by the little girl.
Yeah.
You also get this one's $15 by the way, but it's called 21. You get a blackjack game with Jack, or no, not Jack. Fucking Lucas. Sorry.
Okay.
The one son that you really don't know anything about. All you know is he likes to do these fucking weird ass traps.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. You do a card game with him and you bet limbs and shit. And I haven't got to play it yet. I don't really care for card games, but I'm interested to play it. And you also get a mode called Jack's Birthday, and like the point is to feed Jack things. And I don't know anything about that. It sounds really fucking weird, but I'd like to play it.
Huh, yeah. That sounds kind of weird.
They'll also do hero. I'm not a hero mode with Redfield.
Okay.
Not a hero mode with Redfield.
I feel like you get the machine gun the whole game.
Probably,
well, you probably get
everything. Yeah.
From the
yeah, the first DLC I recommend buying. Definitely, I think it's worth the $10. It is short, but the horde mode's really fun, so that'll add to it.
Okay. Final thoughts.
What are we doing? A scale of 5?
Yeah, we'll do a scale of 5.
I'm biased because I'm a Resident Evil fan.
Well, you don't have to worry. Like the
4.75. Yeah.
Oh wow.
No. I'll back it down.
No, it's okay.
4.5. No, I accept.
If you think it's a fucking non, then it's a non. Like that's
4.5. No, 4.75. I'm sticking with it. 4.75.
All right. I'm a 3.5. I really am.
Okay.
The gunplay, because you're shooting guns a fucking lot in this game.
You do.
It kind of kills it for me.
Like I can agree. I don't. If it's supposed to be a hard game, I get it. You're not supposed to be like powerful, but you are by the end. The aiming is still terrible. I think you have to take a little bit off for that because it is a core mechanic.
I'm a 3.5 guy.
I want to bring up something just right after you guys do your scores, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Like related to horror games.
But I mean, when it comes to the theme, storyline, all that stuff, theme's great. Storyline, I don't know. It's kind of a shot in the dark.
It's okay. Yeah.
But yeah, the gunplay hurts me. 3.5.
Okay.
I go to 4.
4, just a straight 4.
Straight 4. Great game. I love it. Does all the things that I want Resident Evil to do. Scares the shit out of me. A lot of things were left unanswered. That kind of takes a little bit out of me, but you know they'll probably solve that eventually. And it's a good game. I have no problems with it. Some of the things are a little lackluster. Some of the things I like. But overall, I'm really happy with it. I think it was worth the money.
I also am happy I paid the money for it.
Yeah, me too. Andrew paid nothing.
Yeah, I just borrowed. I was just like,
Then Andrew don't get a say so. Shut it down.
If you didn't pay $60, then fuck you.
Yeah.
It's okay. He's going to probably buy Halo Wars
or Mass Effect is what I'm going to buy. Yeah, like I was going to buy. Anyway.
I'm going to buy Halo Wars 2 with the Xbox that comes with it. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have bought it. It was good. It was a good game, the first one, but
I'm gonna give it a. I'll give it I'll give it a 4 out of 5. Like, I'm talking a lot of crap about the aiming and all that, but I think the atmosphere was great. I think the boss fights were all good, and they were all different enough that I never felt like, oh, I'm just doing this fight again. I like the music. The voice acting was good. I liked Ethan. I liked Mia. Yeah, I give it a 4.
Okay.
I give it a 4 out of 5.
So overall, we got a 3.4-ish.
I think it's about
like a 3.9.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean,
it's definitely a buy.
Yeah, like
it's the not that same much. It's the best Resident Evil that's come out since 4, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
5 was good, but it's not this. 7 was better than 5. I think.
And then 6 isn't even mentioned the same breath as the rest of them.
Unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
Hell, Revelations 1 was better than 6.
Let me ask you this. Would you guys have been anywhere near as nervous or scared of this game if you were given a partner to walk around with?
No, why would you?
Which is really weird. Even if you're playing single player, it takes away from that. But
yeah, I think if I was in I was in the room with my wife Amber the entire time, and I would freak out, and Amber would be like, "Why are you freaking out, idiot?" Like, and I'm like, "Because it's scary."
Right.
But I don't know. I just had like my dog with me pretty much the entire time I played this game.
I couldn't play it like it because the first time I played it, it was like as soon as we got off, I like when the bedroom turned the light off, turned the Xbox on, was like, all right,
that's spooky, scary time.
Let's hunker down. Yeah, was gonna play it, and couldn't play it like that again. After that first time, I was just like,
I kind of feel that way about parts of Tomb Raider too, are a little spooky, scary.
Yeah.
There's some spooky, scary stuff that
doesn't get quite as spooky, but
there are a few.
I would go home and also turn off the lights, and I had blackout curtains too, so it didn't matter what time of day it was. Yeah. But I would start playing it, and I'd have to be like, "Kids, you got to go in the other room," like, because they want to watch it.
Yeah, they do,
and it's crazy. They'll get scared.
Well, I love horror movies.
Me too. I love horror movies. Freddy Krueger's one of my favorite things since I was like 6.
There's a reason why you want to be scared.
Yeah,
and that's the thing.
But they don't understand that at that age. Like 5-year-old my son, he doesn't understand that, but he wants to watch it anyways. And then he gets scared, and I'm like,
yeah.
If I want to be scared, I'll think about my future.
Wow,
that's a horror movie in itself.
Okay.
So speaking of horror movies, though, or horror games, not horror movies, horror games. In this vein, because Resident Evil 7 is not just an action game. It is an action game, obviously, at a certain point, but it's more in the vein of PT. Have you guys played another game in that sense? Like, what's that one? Outlast or Fear?
Outlast.
Fear, maybe. No, Fear's a little actiony. Yeah.
Alien Isolation.
Alien Isolation.
I think we just have some random person sending us a YouTube thing. It's a rap. Apparently, we got a rap video.
Oh man! I don't know. Okay, I don't know what they.
We will play your request at the end of the show.
No, I'm not playing it.
I'm not either. So
off the show.
Nope, I don't know.
We will play it on YouTube at some point.
Yep.
Okay.
But I don't know. I feel you have Outlast. You have
I played the first bit. I didn't play all of Outlast.
Rap German. This is confusing.
That doesn't help your case, man.
You're trying to steal my identity.
Oh, is it still rap?
Rap German rap.
It's rap German rap? Okay. Well, I don't like rap.
I also don't like rap.
Nope. Boom.
Or German, it's angry.
Alright, so next week we got news.
Yeah, it's Newsweek.
Newsweek?
Yeah.
Same time, same place. Matt, Captain Phipps, everywhere else.
Genesis. Steam.
Did you put a little oomph into it?
God damn it, Justin.
This little.
I just sucked the energy out of it.
So, I've been streaming a lot lately. Mm-hmm. So, I stream here and on my normal channel, so.
Me. And I'm Andrew. I'm Dexter Hawkins on Xbox, and I've been streaming a little bit of Gwent. Yeah, what I've been doing.
Robert, I don't stream shit. Fuck you. No, I'm kidding.
You should start streaming.
I want to.
Any console can stream, bro.
Yeah, right. PS4 has that share function.
Yeah. Well, you can even Twitch it. You can go on Twitch and link up a Twitch account, stream to the Twitch.
Do I need to buy a thing for it?
No.
I can just from my console.
Yes. Yeah. You got a headset? You got a mic? Yeah, you can
I paid $17 for it.
From Sponge Boss. I don't know what the fuck this is.
Okay, what is it, Sponge Boss?
Okay. Well, that's great. Thank you.
I don't know who the fuck this is.
What did he say?
Smiley face now.
All right, well,
I think we have a troll.
Thank you, caller, for that. We will play nothing.
I'm really like we're not. This isn't fair. What did he say?
No, he's just he said here's a YouTube video and it says rap German rap from Sponge Boss. Happy face.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. Well,
So
anyway, I think.
Anyways,
that's, I
I don't stream. I'm on Facebook as Robert's.
As
some
Robert.
Yeah, I got concerned. I'm sorry.
All right.
Zombie 55X.
Yeah. See you guys.
That's my things on things.
See you guys next time.
Bye.